Right, it's Spartan chatter time. Is anybody in the chat? Have we got any people in the building? While I check the audio. Mm-hmm. There we go. We got some people. Okay. I'm just going to kick in because this is like an hour long. So we'll just see how this goes. This is the most low budget thing 343 has ever done in the history of low budget things. So now they're releasing their videos on Discord in like potato quality that makes my quality look good. So let's see.
Let me take us from the top here real quick.
Oh, yeah, let me know if the sound's wrong. Yeah, this is, hang on a minute, Crunch is speaking to me. Yeah, this is going to take me an hour. Let me type that up. Okay, right. Let me know if the sound's wrong. Let me know. It sounds okay to me.
Let me take us from the top here real quick. I see a lot of activity in the chat. Hey, everyone, this is Sketch Talking. We have a little different setup here than we did last time. We're actually all in the same room together, which is super exciting. And we have a centralized mic, which is why you're not seeing all of our individual accounts light up here. So
they're doing basically what I do for E3, where I just set up one mic and everybody's in the house. Okay.
It's not Sam just doing impressions of all of us. We're all here together. So please do let us know in the chat if for some reason there's any kind of technical issues. We're still a little grassroots here. So hopefully things will go great, but a little bit different setup today. We're excited to try this out. It's great to have Snickerdoodle Unishek and the real Sean.
Who is Snickerdoodle? I seriously don't know who that is. I'm going to have to look him up. Who's Snickerdoodle? Who's that? And how do you spell that? To look him up. Snickerdoodle. Whatever.
Baron sitting here in person. But yes, this is Sketch. Why don't everybody introduce themselves so we can get people can kind of identify your voice to who you are, and then we will we'll get rolling here.
I'm Sam, Snickerdoodle. Yeah, I don't know. I'm here.
Right. So we've not had her on a stream before. Definitely not. Maybe she was in one of the videos, but we've not had her on the stream. So previously it was Joe Staten. It was that guy with the glasses with the coat. So we've not heard from Snickerdoodle on one of these post-launch videos before. I do not believe.
I'm here. Hi, I'm Sean.
Is she that woman with the really baggy eyes? Why don't they just use the real names, man?
Do we want to talk? What do we want to say? What we do?
Yeah, just introduce yourself.
Yeah. So hi.
This is cringe already. We're barely a minute in. This is already cringe.
Everybody, you may recognize me. No,
Recognize your voice.
recognize my voice. Yeah. Oh, I know. Realize that they're.
Oh, everybody in chat was very happy to see you, by the way, or to hear you.
Oh, good. Hi. So
Wasn't gay at all.
I am in charge of live performance and insights for the studio. And in this conversation, I'm going to be talking about how we're running the live product of Halo.
So there's no structure of what's going on. They don't have a clue what they're doing. It's like, okay, everyone's like, what are we doing? Are we doing introductions or what? Nobody has a clue. We haven't even got a structure for what we're doing here. This is the lowest budget shit we've ever seen in our lives from a multi-billion-dollar company. Microsoft. This is what they put out for the Halo fan base.
Okay. And Unishek needs no introduction.
What up? I'm here.
He does need a fucking introduction. What does he do? Fuck all. That's why he can't have an introduction. He doesn't do anything.
Common Sean Baron W.
Yeah.
See, they like you.
Exactly. The only reason I'm watching this is because I have a channel where people like to see me attack these fucking goofballs. That's it. There's no reason to listen to it otherwise. What's this? Correct. So, moving on.
Appreciate it, guys.
For now.
For now.
Cool.
It's okay.
All right. So someone just asked, will we also get a video? This is an audio only experience. So no video today. You just got the voices. I do want to just let folks know we will put this audio recording in the Discord server. So it'll be available. And then I think probably a few hours later, after we have time to process it all and make it look, get it all nice and buttoned up.
So this is the enhanced version, guys. This is the enhanced version. Oh dear. So first of all, let me just say they were doing drop pods and now they're doing Spartan chatter. So what's that all about? Well, we were doing drop pods. There was going to be a drop pod every so many months, 2 months or whatever. That never happened. And now we're doing Spartan chatters. What's next?
Upload it to YouTube and put it on Waypoint as well.
Spartan chatter being something that people hate in the game, by the way. People don't like Spartan chatter. That's a feature we all turn off. Anyway.
So this is being documented. No pressure, Sean.
But it does seem like there is a demand for a podcast where it's like you record and then you also do a video. Like I think.
Yeah, we'll get there. Truth be told, we haven't had a live stream from the studio in quite a bit. It's something that's actively being worked.
Are you going to explain that Joe Staten is gone? Are you going to say anything about that? The guy that was on the last fucking video from like previous, the guy that was saying all the stuff. Are we going to talk about this? Are we going to talk about Joe Staten leaving? The guy that made all these promises about drop pods. Are we going to talk about drop pods? Is there going to be any mention of this? What you were talking about? All the fucking shit you said in the last video about seasonality and all that bullshit. What bullshit buzzwords you came out with? How you were working on the season, trying to get the seasons out on time and all that. Are you going to talk about any of that?
Done, and we're kind of getting ourselves back into position. So this has been a pretty cool.
But back into position. That was the last video. The last video was you getting yourselves back into position, right? That was what you were talking about in the last video. Now you're doing the same thing again. You're saying the same shit.
No, I don't want to call it just a stopgap because I think this is interesting in its own right. It has some benefits too, but
what is he talking about?
The goal is to kind of get back to full operational strength and how.
You said that in the last video. That was in the last video. You said that's why you had the winter update. That's why you had that gap before you released the next season, because you delayed it so you could get back on track with what you were doing. Okay, you said that last time. Okay, so you're still not back on track. This game's never been on track. It was delayed a year, right? So that was already a fail. Then it came out in a broken state, shouldn't have been released. Then a year after release, you get fucking co-op and finally some fucking content, but by then it's already dead and it's too fucking late. And then the seasons aren't even fucking planned to come out in an organized manner. Then you're still behind. You're still behind. What the fuck? Come on.
A full multimedia suite of ways to interact with our community. We're just not quite there yet. Yeah, Sean, you just confirmed.
What are you talking about? What do you need to communicate with your community? Discord and freaking Twitter. and Reddit, and you've got all these things already. You've had them for years. What do you mean? We haven't got anything to communicate with anybody. What are you talking about? That's all your job is. That's you, Unisec. All you do is circle jerk on Twitter all day and all night with the she/her people. That's it. What are you talking about?
Video podcast coming in season 5. It says. So.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to know.
Nope. Sean Brink.
Already in the hole.
Sean Brink.
Well, that was the one rule you gave me.
I said,
No promises.
don't confirm anything, Sean.
No.
Also, let me just kind of go over a couple ground rules so folks have some context. We will periodically keep an eye on chat. We will try to answer some questions that are topical as we see them. Chat moves pretty quickly, so I just want to apologize in advance. We're definitely not going to be able to answer everybody's question, and a lot
In other words, we're going to ignore all the genuine questions that are people saying shit like I am. That's what's going to happen. They're going to ignore genuine questions.
questions are just going to be out of scope for today. Sean's here to talk about, I think, some things that people are certainly interested in. We're going to talk about Spartan customization, which I think is something that a few folks have been asking about.
Yep.
I'm going to give Sean a chance.
A few folks have been asking about the fucking microtransaction fucking Spartan dress up. That's the only thing that you've got in the whole fucking game that's actually up and running. The store and the seasons. That's it. People are asking about that. People aren't asking about content. People aren't asking about day to night in the campaign. People aren't asking about the ray tracing that was promised. People aren't asking about any of that shit. All right. What we're asking for, not game modes, not infection, not fucking which is like basically the coming for season 4, which is like 2 years after release. But people aren't asking about game modes, bomb assaults, invasion, none of that. People are not asking about is there going to be a firefight? Is any of this content coming? Is there going to be campaign DLC? Anything, like anything of value. No one's asking about that. What everybody's asking for, according to Sketch, is more info about how we can Spartan dress up. That's the only thing that's in the game is Spartan dress up. That's all they have. What are you talking about?
To also just kind of look higher level. Some of you may recall we had Sean on a stream ages ago.
Season 3 preview stream.
Yep, and you talked about player experience goals and priorities, and now you
So is Sean the guy with the jacket that was in the last stream with the? He sounds like it's that guy, I think.
you and the team have been really busy, so we'd like to get an update from you on kind of what you and the team are really focusing on and how we should think about things going forward. And then, of course, we want to get a little bit of information out of you about season 4, but I want to be really upfront about this too, so people don't get too hyped. This is not a full season 4.
Don't get hyped for season 4, guys, because it's gonna be shit.
Reveal breakdown broadcast. We're gonna drop a little bit of nuggets, but we've got about a month to go.
I think I
We're gonna drop a few fucking turds.
tweeted the link to the trailer.
Oh, you've already released the asset, the marketing trailer, which
I'm just kidding.
isn't even done yet, but you have the final copy in your possession, apparently.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, suffice it to say, we have a lot more season 4 showing and telling to come in the weeks ahead. So I just want to make sure no one is getting too overhyped in that regard today. So, any other housekeeping notes from your perspective, Unisec? No? Okay. Sam, you good?
Hey, Unisec, is there anything you want to add? No, I'm just here collecting a paycheck. Don't give a fuck about the game, but whatever.
Okay. So, Sean, we're going to put you right on the hot seat then.
Yeah, that's good.
And let's just dive right in before we get to
Oh, sorry. Chat has confirmed
Joe Staten, anybody? Where did he go? Why did he leave? That's my question.
that Sean is the lead the whole time.
The files are in the computer.
That would explain a lot. Dang, that would really explain.
They make all these gay little jokes with like the Twitter people. This is like hidden away on the 343 Discord, by the way. That's where these people are communicating. So you actually have to be in the 343 Discord and sign up to that bullshit. And the moderators actually have to allow you to be in the chat before you can even say anything. So this is like in a safe space already. So they ain't even going to get any criticism because they're all going to be circle jerking fanboys that are in the chat anyway.
God.
So, Sean, I'm going to just throw you a very big open-ended question. what have you been up to since we last spoke? Give us a sense of kind of priorities. What are you and the team really?
Okay, so priorities. So what they said previously was priority one was the store and the season and achieving seasonality, right? That was the top priority, right? And they still haven't done that. They already confirmed that 2 minutes ago. So they've done nothing. That's what they've done. Nothing. There you go. Why asking?
Focusing on? And you don't have to go through all those player experience goals. I know you've probably got them on your top of your mind, but just like, how are you and the team?
This is going to be about the ranking system that is in the game. It's 2 years old and they still haven't got a ranking system.
Thinking about the live service today. Where are we going? How have things been going the last few months?
Yeah.
Just
Bad.
let's start with that.
Sure.
Terrible.
I actually thought you were going to start because I thought this was open ended. I thought you were going to ask me how I've been doing, like what I've been getting into.
How have you been doing?
Pretty good, you know. Picked up jujitsu.
Who
That's
gives
pretty
a
fun.
fuck?
Actually picked up jujitsu. Yeah.
No one cares.
This is not. John, no, I actually picked up jujitsu in the last couple of months.
Who gives a fuck?
We have a class every Saturday morning that we go to together, and he's just turned 10, and it's a lot of fun.
Wow.
You and Zuckerberg, right? Didn't he just win the competition?
Really good, actually.
Okay.
I am not good because my 10-year-old can beat me up. So, anyways,
I
yeah,
could
so
beat you
personally,
up.
that's
Move
one
on.
thing.
That's that. I don't know. I may be aging myself, but that Seinfeld episode when Kramer's taking martial arts with all the little kids and he's just dominating them, and then after class one day they all take him in the alley and they all just sort of.
You know what these guys
No, we
do?
have
They
this-
turn
there's
it
actually
they turn it into a like a podcast that like on YouTube that's just like a load of people just like goofing off. It's like have a structure for what you're going to talk about regarding the fucking game. Talk about the game. No one's here to hear about your fucking bullshit. Fucking oh my fucking days.
a small children's class
It
immediately
is.
after the class
It
I'm in,
is.
and they watch my son and I, and they're like, "What?
Wow.
This little girl, she's
That's
probably
right.
4."
Oh,
And she
this little
looks at
girl
us
of
and is like,
4.
"Why are they doing it wrong?" Like every
Oh my
week,
God.
and I think her name's Sarah, and she just comes at me in particular, and I was like, "Hey, this is great, actually." Yeah. So personally, I'm doing pretty well, I think. Yeah.
I
But
don't
you asked me more
care.
questions, I think, about what the team's been.
Yeah, just talk to us about, what have you guys been up to the last few months,
What
and,
the
and how are you thinking
fuck?
about priorities?
Sketch literally tried to steer the conversation onto the fucking game. This guy steered it away from the game, and then now Sketch steered it away from the game again. Are you for real? Talk about the game. This is Spartan Chatter Season 4 Infection and Career Rank. That's what we're here for. Who wants to hear about how some fucking retard at 343 is doing in their personal life? Yes, exactly. What is this? What is this? What is this? This is worse than I even imagined. I have not watched this. This is even worse than I could ever imagine. This is horrendous. Are you for real, man? I was going to say something there, but I'm just going to let's move on. We'll be here all night.
Kind of high level vision going forward.
Yeah, so I think we are still aligned against the player experience goals that I outlined last time, which were consistency, satisfaction, and quality. I think I would give us different grades.
When did you say that? You didn't say that last time. Do we have to pull the other video up? Because he never said that.
Grades across those categories. With consistency, I'm really, 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 really happy with where the team has gotten. This was the number one thing that we were going after because it was the number one sort of set piece of sentiment and business feedback that we needed to address was just being consistent with our updates, our releases,
Yes.
getting the content to the players.
Yes, and we've already established that you haven't quote unquote achieved seasonality yet. That's what Sketch said right at the beginning of this fucking video. You haven't done that yet. Okay? So you're still not there. You haven't done it. And what about all the people that Microsoft let go in the team? How has that impacted things? Where is Joe Staten? Why has he left? Why is Kiki Wolfkill gone? Why is Franco Connor gone? Why is fucking that guy with the wizard beard, whatever his fucking name was, he's gone. These people are gone. Okay? How has that impacted the game? What the fuck, man?
And I think with the winter update, season 3, and now with the upcoming season 4 release, like I'm feeling very good and very confident about that. And all credit to the team for doing that because it hasn't been easy.
In consistency, you mean consistently releasing seasons,
Yep.
content,
Yeah.
events.
Previously branded seasonality. We followed it from the very
Yes, seasonality. I'm going to keep saying that because it was retarded then. You can stop saying it, but you kept saying seasonality, right? Have you, quote unquote, achieved, quote unquote, seasonality? Have you achieved that? Okay, they've gone back on the word. I said that's just a stupid buzzword that doesn't mean anything. And now they're like, well, previously we called it seasonality. Yeah, and it was stupid then. And now they're going back on it. Yeah, don't say you like Halo, man. Say you used to like Halo. Be clear. When it was good. I'll tell you what.
first slide I ever showed on that. I called it seasonality initially, but I think it's more about consistency because it's more of a
This guy just talks bullshit. He spoke bullshit in the last fucking video. It's the same guy with the glasses, and he was wearing the jacket that no one can get without like playing the season. And you play the season, and you have to like level up to get the fucking right to buy a jacket that's like $200. You don't win anything. You have to spend. You get the opportunity to spend $200 to buy a jacket. That was what the
developmental philosophy because we have delivered seasons that have taken weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks to deliver the next one. It's more about making sure that we have a philosophy around everything we do being consistent. And the team's done a great job.
Why have you got to develop a philosophy now? Why didn't you develop your philosophy before the game came out 2 years ago? Why didn't you have it down? Right, this is going to be season 1. This is going to be season 2. This is going to be season 3. Why is that not pre-planned? This is like, I just can't believe this stuff.
Satisfaction, which was rewarding and personal and welcoming. Again, I'm
You haven't.
really
It's
happy
not
with the
coming
progress here, and I think we get updates from you guys, from the community, and from user research, who gives us sentiment reports, and we've
No one's playing the fucking game. Who's the user reports from?
been seeing that generally satisfaction has been going up, especially since the
Satisfaction with who?
So I'm
The
happy
fucking
with-
people that are still playing? The ultra minority of fucking losers that still support the game are still fucking happy? Of course they are. Because millions and millions and millions of people left the fucking game. So as they leave the fucking game, the small minority that's left are going to be the only ones that are there. Therefore, of course, they're going to be fucking happy because they're the only ones that still put up with this shit. They're the only ones that are happy all the time. So, of course, satisfaction is going to go fucking up. It can only go fucking up as the fucking... If there's only one guy playing the game and he's fucking happy with it, then, oh my God, 100% satisfaction. Are these guys retarded? It's like thousands and thousands of people leave the game. It's below MCC again on Steam, but, oh, satisfaction's gone up. How has it gone up? You're below MCC again. More people left the game and don't play it. Are you fucking retarded? How's it gone up? It's gone down. It can only go down. Numbers will go up, but the fucking actual people playing the game's going down. Oh my fucking days. Yeah, they are so awkward. They're all socially awkward people. This is what I've been saying. They're the most socially awkward fucking people ever. That's why Sketch and Unishack are supposed to be there. okay, to fucking, you know, get the info out of them. Yeah, that's their job. They're the community people. That's their but they're terrible at their jobs. So it just devolves into this shit. It's like, okay, let's say I'm Sketch or I'm Unishet, right? Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to give the devs some bullet points and say, here, we want to talk about this, we want to talk about this, we want to talk about this. Keep it simple. There's your bullet points. Okay. And then the dev can talk about those things. Make it easy for them. No, it's just like, it's nothing. It's just thrown together like out of Sketch's ass. Like no planning, no forward thought, nothing. That's the whole company. It's fucking shite, man.
The progress there. I'm really happy with what we're seeing from Match XP, custom game browser. We got it in early, and we're working on parts of that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but custom game browser doesn't work right. A lot of people are saying it doesn't work.
Forge, the community playlists, like our battle passes are getting better. And I think our customization story is going to be coming together even more for next few seasons. So,
wow, customization. Wow.
I think then when you look at season 4 and season 5,
right,
I think we're even going to be getting better there from a reward and satisfaction perspective. I think
more people are going to be satisfied with season 4 and season 5 for reasons. Correct. This is what I'm saying. Who's asking the fucking questions, man?
so.
This
is there.
This is something I say pretty frequently. Is like we go after the right things that our players want.
Do I need to say anything? Do I need to say fucking anything? No, you fucking don't, you fucking retard. Where's the fucking content? Where's Firefight? Where's the fucking maps? Where's the theater mode that works? What? Where's the split screen fucking co-op that was promised for fucking since 2016? What the fuck you talking about? We go after what the players want. The fuck you talking about? You don't go after you don't go after what the players fucking wants. That's the biggest sort of bullshit, crock of bullshit line in the history of fucking game development. Going after what players want. What players? Oh, players. You promised ray tracing. Where's the ray tracing? You promised split screen co-op. Where's the split screen co-op? What are you talking about? You go after what players want. You can't even deliver what you promised. You can't even deliver what you said you were going to deliver before launch. So what are you talking about? What are you on about? What is the logic here? Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It doesn't work, right? This is what I've been told. Fucking God. Again, I don't even agree with playable elites, but again, how many times have people got to ask for something and then they say, we're going after what players want? Funny enough, there's no playable elites in the fucking game. Okay? You know what would solve that? Invasion mode. That would solve that because guess what? It's Spartans versus fucking elites. There you go. Jesus Christ, man. I can't believe what that guy just said. Going after what fucking people want. You mean the fucking retards on Twitter that want to buy cat ears? Amazing.
Right. So we are increasing that satisfaction, but consistency is
Satisfaction is going up because more people that hate the game leave. So then it goes up. Who's filling in the surveys? Who's filling them in?
speed, right? We can always be doing better. Our players always want more faster. But we are at least going after the real things.
Yeah, I think yeah.
You just said it again. We're going after what they want. You're not going after what they want. Stop lying. Stop fucking lying. My fucking God, stop lying. Seriously. Nobody wanted grappling hooks. Nobody. Nobody ever asked for grappling hooks. No one. Where's the fucking actual fucking Halo weapons? Where's the plasma rifle? Where's the brute shot? You bring back the brutes in a big way, and there's no brute shot. Why is there no brute shot in the game? Why is there no brute shot in the game? Why is there no brute shot in the game? Where's the red plasma rifles? Brute plasma rifles, where are they? It's just basic stuff. It's not difficult. Hey, play Halo 2. Right. What weapons do the brutes use? Right. They use red plasma rifles. Right. They use brute shots. Right. Okay. Why are they not in the game? Yeah. Why? No one asked for battle passes. Exactly. Nobody asked for a DMR with no fucking scope. Thank you very much. Exactly. They're not going after what the player base wants. It's obvious. It's retarded. Who asked for weapon lockers? Who asked for weapon lockers? Who asked for Halo 5 gameplay? Again, nobody. I just can't believe these guys. And they delude themselves into thinking, oh, we're doing what people want. Who? Who are you talking about? Hyper Falcon? Exactly. Who wanted this? Who wanted multiplayer lore? Who wanted a TV series with Black Captain Keys? Correct. I can't believe what he's just said.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think our priority list is always right. It is how quickly we can knock those things out and what are all the different complications. Because we have finite resources, right? So we have finite resources.
Top priority is the store and the seasons. That's your priority list. That's your priority list.
From a personnel perspective, we can't go after everything at once, and because if we did, we would never really fix anything or make anything great.
Right. So being as you have to make content for the season, every single season, there's not going to be any fucking content other than skins because you have to prioritize the fucking season content, which is skins. So there'll never be any fucking maps. There'll never be any fucking content. You've just said it because you have to prioritize the fucking store and the season over everything else because that's how you make fucking money out of the idiots. So because of the season and the store, there's never going to be any content in the game. You just said it right there. You're prioritizing the store and the seasons. There you go. And you did that last time. And you're supposed to get that on track so you could then do other stuff. But you've just said again, oh, well, we've still got to prioritize the same fucking shit. So you're not getting anywhere. When's the ray tracing coming? When is the ray tracing coming? Where's the ray tracing? Oh, it's in beta on PC. Yeah, great. Where's the ray tracing for the Series X? Where is it? Where is it? 2 years after launch. Did stuff like this. Delayed content. Free to play. We can go on and on and on.
Were you going to say something?
Sorry, finish your thought.
Oh, I was going to say, of the three areas, I didn't talk about quality yet.
Because you haven't got any.
That's the one where I didn't give us a passing grade yet. So this is the most frustrating area for me. We just haven't made the progress that I know the team wants, and I know that the community has really given us feedback on. And that's where, like, for me, when I look at our, our biggest buckets of negative sentiment, like this is like network performance and product stability. Like this is really where we need to make the biggest changes.
Well, here's an idea. If the game isn't ready, don't fucking release it. There's an idea for you. Yeah, exactly. And why can't you turn that shit off? And why do they have fucking death animations you can't turn off? And why can't you have red versus blue if you don't want to have all the fucking bullshit cat ears and shit? Why not? Why is that so hard? Who wanted this? See, if they actually had a stream on YouTube, we could fucking take the shit over. But no, they're on Discord with the fucking plebs.
And that's not to say we haven't been doing stuff consistently to try to fix it. Like we've been trying to fix, issues like rubber banding, getting shot around corners, all that sort of stuff.
What do you mean rubber banding? Rubber banding is a term in Mario Kart where it fucking you fucking. What do you mean rubber banding? What's he talking about? Rubber banding is where like you're in last place in Mario Kart and you get a star and then you go past the field because you've got a rubber band between player 1 and player 8. And so it's like the further player 1 gets away, the more the rubber band stretches, and therefore the player at the end is given more fucking items. That's what rubber banding is. What is he talking about? There's no rubber banding in Halo. What's he talking about? What does he mean by rubber banding in Halo? What is he talking about? Can anyone explain that to me? What's rubber banding in Halo? What's he talking about? There's no rubber banding in Halo. What's he talking about? Unless there actually is rubber banding. As in, like, you actually somehow you do less fucking damage. But that's not rubber banding. That's not rubber banding. Rubber banding is a term from Mario Kart. That's not rubber banding. Rubber banding is where the people at the top of the table and the people at the bottom of the table, because the people at the top of the table nah, man. Nah. That's not what rubber banding means. Anyway, moving on. Maybe that's what he means by rubber banding.
Slowly through these releases, we've released hundreds of fixes for these things, for bugs. But we had to focus on the season and the store and the battle pass rather than fixing the fucking core gameplay, because that's priority 1, as he's just explained multiple times on multiple streams. It's just not hitting those things the right way, in my opinion.
In other words, we can't fix the fucking game.
And I'm unhappy with that. Sorry, I just got feedback that I'm being a little too quiet. And so I think
he stepped closer to the microphone in the room.
We're now looking and investigating more drastic ways of trying to address some of that stuff. But that's not baked right now. But that, if I'm giving myself a grade here or the team a grade here, it's not on the highest level here. We got to do more.
Yeah. Network and performance. You mean seems like desync?
Desync, yeah,
Go after that
absolutely,
even more.
yes.
This is 2 years after launch. 2 years.
Yeah.
Stability. We know people are crashing both on their Xboxes
They
and
clearly are standing because he had to go and walk close to the microphone.
NPCs,
Yep.
as well as at the server level.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure we're doing even
Well,
better there too.
Yeah, and then there's also like random quality things that pop up. Like the number one hottest thing right now. I don't know. Are we good to talk about this?
Yeah.
Okay. The number one hottest thing. I'm getting.
Why does he need Sketch's permission to talk about stuff? They should have the fucking bullet points on what you're going to talk about before you fucking start talking.
Getting my for folks on my stream. I'm just getting approval to talk about those certain things.
But you're the boss guy, though.
No. We're all the bosses.
Oh, yeah, nobody's a fucking boss at 343. We're all just a bunch of fucking pals, like in fucking Teletubbies. Sketch and fucking Unishack. Fucking hell, mate.
The number one hottest piece of feedback right now is the settings issue, where the settings reset.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
like that is
Absolutely.
so
What settings? What settings are you talking about?
frustrating. Like
Can confirm.
can confirm that it is immensely frustrating, and we are actively trying to like go through and figure out what these things are. And like,
Okay, but what settings are we talking about? Because I'm not familiar with the game anymore because I no longer play the game. Can somebody explain to me what he's talking about? Is he talking about the custom browser? Is he talking about your actual settings, like your dead zone settings, your control settings? What settings? What's he talking about? From somebody who doesn't fucking play the game anymore. Does anybody know what he's talking about? Settings. What settings? Anybody? I don't think anybody here plays the fucking game anymore, so no one fucking knows. Right, here we go. Right. So the most basic shit, right, I've been told, the most basic shit is not fucking working in the game. Your FOV, your controls, and everything, your fucking dead zones, and all that shit, what you fucking set up, resets. You know what other game does that? The MCC! That fucking, it's the same shit. Same fucking idiots. Fuck's sake. How basic is that? Come on now. Oh, we don't know why it's happening. Well, I can give you a couple of reasons why it's probably happening. It's because you update your fucking UI with every fucking season. That's why. Don't broke. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But that's what 343 does. Oh, it doesn't matter. Let's just move the UI around. Fuck it. Why not? Hey, let's add a fucking trailer to the beginning. Why not? That ain't going to fuck anything up. It's not like we fucking did that before and broke stuff in other games. No, fucking no. Let's not learn from our mistakes. Oh my fucking God. How?
you know, we get these things called speculative fixes going after those. But that's another example of something that fit in here that I just, it kills us. Like I hate seeing it. I know the team hates seeing it.
Well, that one in particular is funny because it's like it affects everybody so different.
Why is it funny? It's not fucking funny. It's a broken ass piece of shit game. It's not funny. Funny how? Who's laughing about it? What's the joke? Well, that's funny. It's not funny, you retard. It's not funny. The game's broken. It's not funny. The fuck?
That it's like impossible to be like, here's exactly what I did to trip it. So like, here, can you go fix it? Like me, and then get all the telemetry from your dev kit. You can't do that because it just happens randomly for seemingly no rhyme or reason. So it's very hard to figure.
It sounds like something 343 would come up with. Yeah, something that just makes absolutely no fucking sense. Yeah, that sounds like a 343 glitch right there.
Out.
Yeah, and we've actually added some new telemetry, which for folks who might not know what that is, it's just a way of really investigating through the build and through data that we get back from players.
They're creating models within the builds to find out what's wrong. Amazing.
There's boxes, what might be happening when that happens. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and we can do better there.
Well, let me try to recap a few things. And I guess I saw some people in chat, like, safe to say that satisfaction and quality also intersect.
Yeah.
Not only are we acknowledging that, we know we want to do better in the quality, and we have a lot of opportunity there. But we also know that, you know, the satisfaction as it pertains to quality is also, we've made a lot of great headway on other player feature requests and improvements, but like these things are, it's a mess right now, right? Just untangle this. And I just want to acknowledge too, I'm really excited and happy about the stability initiatives. I also think, you know, we can safely acknowledge that season 3 in some ways did introduce some new challenges that has.
There you go. We broke the game with season 3. We broke the game with season 3. What did you do in season 3? Updated the fucking UI. Why did you change the UI? Why update the UI? Why not have a good UI from launch? Why have to update it when it's fucking into season 3? Why do that? Break your game that's already unstable, that you've already said is a piece of shit. So why update it? Why change the UI settings? Why add a fucking unskippable cutscene at the beginning? Why do things like this? Are you out of your mind? Like, seriously. Oh, season 3 broke the game. Why'd you fucking do it then? You broke it. Test it before you release it. Play test the fucking season before it's shoveled out there. How could you miss this stuff?
Has kind of taken the team down a different avenue to go after. Stability is a huge priority for the studio. It's something that we have people actively working on constantly.
And yet you make it worse with season 3. So how is it going to be in season 4 when you change the UI again? When you do another fucking video cutscene at the beginning, when you change that, how's it going to affect? How's it going to make it any better? Now you've introduced new potential glitches by changing the UI and not all the operating system again. For multiple systems, for multiple devices. To create more and more issues across multiple devices. Like our PC, you couldn't run it on a certain fucking spec anymore when they updated to season 3. Are they going to talk about that?
And the networking thing, I just want to, none of us are really the network engineers in this room, and I don't want to get out of my depth here, but I do want to make sure folks are aware, like, we absolutely have the data and the feedback. We understand where the pain points are. We're fully aligned on kind of what we need to go after.
That's all just buzzwords. That means absolutely nothing.
Unfortunately, some of these things are just really, really complicated and deeply rooted. And
in other words, we can't fucking fix our own fucking game.
And I'm going to go a step further and maybe overspeak here, but I think we've been going after some spot fixes and kind of looking at case-by-case issues and trying to tackle them one by one. I want
yeah, where are the fucking network guys? Good question.
Folks to know in parallel, though, there's also initiatives underway to even look more holistically at more dramatic, dramatic sweeping changes that could be very, very positive, but are going to take more time.
Yeah.
What the hell is he talking about?
You know, so we could kind of keep piecemealing and kind of chipping away at things, which...
Here's an idea. Why don't you release the game at launch in a working state? There you go. And then, because it's in a working state at launch, you just leave it as it is and don't update the UI, don't change anything, and it will still be working in 10 years' time because you haven't fucked around with anything. And it was working at release. Why don't you get the game to work at release? There's a novel idea. Why are you trying to fix a game 2 years on? You released it unfinished. That's your fault. And now you're like trying to do everything at once. Like you just said, oh, we got to get the season out. Oh, we got to do this. Oh, we got to do that. Oh, and we can't do it because there's enough time to do everything. Oh, well, if the game wasn't released, if the game was still behind the scenes, you would have more fucking time to do that stuff. And you could bring in more fucking people to work on the game. Stop doing diversity hires. Stop hiring people that can't fucking do anything. There's an idea. Unbelievable, man. This game is built by retards for retards, man. It's a fucking embarrassment to the Halo name. It's a disgrace.
let's just be honest, has not really been working that well for us because we're not able to keep up and move fast enough. I am excited about this
These guys can never keep up and move fast enough, ever.
potential to do more drastic measures, but I do want to note that the trade-off there is it is just going to take more time.
Yeah.
So, my takeaway, as I like,
You don't have time. The game's been out 2 years. It's beyond time. You're 2 years overtime. You're overtime already. You're already 2 years late. How can you say it's going to take time? To how much time? 3 months? 6 months? A year? 2 years? Is this the next MCC 8 years later and we still can't play fucking co-op on Halo 2? Is that the game? Get a grip.
to make sure our players have the right expectations. Season 4 is going to be awesome. It's not going to magically address a lot of these key issues. These are things.
Season 4 is going to be the same as season fucking 3. It's going to be skins in a season and infection mode and potentially career rank if we ever get onto that in this fucking video. Exactly. Why don't they just cut their losses? It's obviously a disaster, right? It's clearly just a lose-lose situation. Just cut it. That's what they ended up doing with Gears of War 5, by the way. Map maker gone. Still on the back of the box, false advertising. We should all be refunded, by the way. Anybody that bought Gears 5 should be refunded because on the back of the box, it clearly says map maker, a feature that was cut from the game and never finished. All right? So you should all be refunded for that game on that basis. It's all bullshit, man.
That are just constantly in motion, and we're just trying to keep making progress again. So, not trying to be a downer. I'm very excited for season 4, but I just want.
I'm just going to quickly. So, Gear 6 is going to be horrendous because everybody has gone. Everybody has gone. Rod Ferguson and all the heavy hitters, all the people that were actually decent, who weren't even that great anyway, but they were decent, right? So you got Gears 4 and Gears 5. They're not spectacular games. They're average games. Gears 6 is going to be super woke and super like this game. It's going to be so fucking bad. It's not going to be anywhere near as good as Gears 5. I promise you that. It's going to be missing content at release. Because it's being built by a bunch of jabronis. There's nobody in charge there who has any clue what they're fucking doing. They're all a bunch of diversity hires. It's all this women in gaming stuff. We've seen all this fucking posts on the Gears Twitter and stuff. It's been going on over the last few years, and basically all the fucking decent people that were actually fucking able to fucking make even a halfway decent game are all fucking gone. And Gears 4 and 5 weren't great games to begin with. So we're going from the low bar of Gears of War 5, right? It's not even going to be that good. The next game cannot even reach that level. I promise you that now. It won't be as good as Gears 5. There's no way. There's no fucking way. Well, this is a good point. It may be a free-to-play game, and that right there is just it's instantly worse anyway. But and potentially they'll do the same as this game, so it's instantly worse. There's the potential there, but we'll see. It's not going to be good. It's going to be a disaster. It's probably going to be worse than Halo Infinite. Gears 6 will be worse than Halo Infinite. There's a good chance.
Want folks to know it's not going to magically quote fix networking. That's just a big ball of yarn to unravel, and a lot of people are involved with that right now.
I mean, I heard someone gave me an analogy the other day where they're like, "Hey, imagine it like a tree. We've been pruning a bunch of the branches."
Who is this? LNG behind the scenes
that are closer to the outside. Like, let's talk about what we can do with more drastic, not cuts from a feature perspective, but cuts from where we start pruning
Your tree.
Yeah, your tree.
The cuts on the tree.
Yeah, on the tree. Not the game.
Okay.
I also want to give a shout out to even though many players know these issues have kind of been around, or they might seem like no-brainers, it is still super important for us to get support tickets submitted.
Yes.
Because that gives the team direct access to player account information and session details and things that we just can't get from social media. So I guess my other ask to players is don't assume that it's already been reported, or don't assume that your ticket doesn't need to be.
My brother had shitloads of support tickets regarding MCC PC, and they barely never even bothered responding to him. He couldn't even launch the game. So what do you expect? If people are not getting responded to, they're not going to continue to use it, are they?
File, like, I think we need as much information as we could possibly get, and every bit helps. So remember to go to aka.ms/Halo support and keep those tickets coming, even if it feels like you're just sort of shouting into the void. I promise you.
It's not our job to tell you the game is fucking broken, because the game shouldn't be fucking broken anyway. A ticket should just be like a few things. You shouldn't have thousands and thousands and thousands of fucking bullshit tickets. What's that going to do? Yeah. See? Yeah, exactly. We'll ignore you, but it helps. What? It doesn't help anybody. I'm wasting my time, my valuable time, to tell you your game is broken. You already know your game is broken. Fucking fix it. Why am I going to tell you the same shit again? Oh, it keeps fucking crashing to the menu. We already know it is. Fucking fix it. Why am I going to tell you? Fucking hell, man.
That data is 100% being utilized by the team on a regular basis.
You are not shouting into the void. We have a process for making
Yes,
sure that
we are.
rank,
Yes,
stack
we
rank the
are.
sentiment issues, the technical issues, and part of that, a major part of
Yo, 343. No one liked Halo 5. Hello. Hello. Shouting into the void, as always. No one listens.
that is not only the community sentiment that these fine folks right here are pulling for us, or the user research sentiment that we get from our surveys, but absolutely from the tickets, the actual tickets that are filed against bugs or issues.
No one reads.
So
one
absolutely,
cares.
that is very, very useful signal for us.
But in what way?
Awesome. Okay, and then somebody was asking, could we mention the settings reset? I think we did.
Yep.
We did.
That's our number one hottest issue.
The TLDR, it's an issue. We're aware of it. We're working on it.
An issue that was created in season 3. They created that issue by changing the UI. So now they should admit that they fucked up. Don't change the fucking UI of the game. That's what you've done. You've created that issue by changing the fucking UI. That's what you've done. It's not rocket science. If you fuck around with the UI, you're going to bug the UI. That's part of the UI. Settings are part of the UI. That's obviously what you've done. It's not rocket science. Change the UI back to how it was. That would probably fix the issue. Get rid of the stupid fucking trailer that plays at the fucking start of the season. Jesus Christ.
Also super annoyed and frustrated by it. As Sean mentioned, there are some what they call speculative fixes, which we think the team is going after potential multiple things that could be at the root cause of this.
Yep.
But I think, as everyone probably knows, game development's a little bit like a house of cards. You change one thing, there's a lot of other things that could happen there. So I think we have to be very measured before we roll out anything. But I just want to say the studio agrees. We're also annoyed by this, and as soon as we have a verified fix, we're going to get it out to players.
Yeah. I mean, what is the number one thing PR talks about when we're in reviews of product? It's quality. It's like, we need to go after fixing these things. It is a priority.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyways, and I guess too, Sean, I think we might get to this, but I think I also just want to acknowledge, I think I understand some of the frustration where it's been months and players maybe aren't hearing enough dialogue about these. If you want to talk about that for a minute, because we have been a little bit more measured, I think, in kind of what we're able to say and when we're able to say
it. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
What are they even trying to say? What are they talking about? Joe Staten's gone. The guy that made all the promises in the last video is gone. Where are the drop pods? Where are the drop pods? Where are they? Where are the drop pods?
Yeah, so we are going to talk. Can I hint at what we're going to talk about a little bit later?
Yeah, I mean, we can start.
So, I mean, I know one of the things we are going to talk about customization today, and
wow, so amazing customization! Holy shit!
It has been on our top 10 hit list to address the feedback and concerns players have around like cross-core and that desire.
No, you just said the words.
Oh, am I not supposed to say?
No, it's fine. Chat.
I'm saying cross-core.
Drink. Every time someone says crosscore, you're supposed to take a drink.
We would have been dead.
You know, they're laughing about people wasting money because they can't use the fucking shit. Well, insane, man. Insane. So we got cross-core, which is quote unquote for the last, I don't know, hour or whatever. We've been going through the video. They've been saying, we listen to the fans, we listen to the fans, we listen to the fans. And all you see everywhere is cross-core, cross-core, cross-core. Where's the cross-core? Where is it? It's not fucking here. They literally release things specifically to make you spend more money by releasing the color white multiple times. If you have cross-core, you don't need to buy the color white. If you already bought the color white, yet they keep fucking releasing the color white in multiple different seasons. Okay, so they clearly know what they're fucking doing there to make people spend money to buy the same shit over and over again. It's not rocket science. Okay, season 1, you could buy the color white. Season 2, you could buy the color white. And in season 3, you could buy the color white. Okay, well, if the color white is cross fucking core, you already bought that shit 3 times already before cross-core came out. So they obviously know they're doing that. They obviously know that they're ripping you off because you have to buy the color white 3 times. So that's between $30 and $60 you spent just to be white in 3 seasons before they release cross-core. Am I missing something here? Yeah, exactly. And it's the same with MCC. Why do they keep fucking pushing the MCC, which is fucking long dead? It's the same thing.
Yeah,
It's just a little early for that.
Pat says he said the words.
Yeah, but it is Friday, I guess. It's still a long day. Yeah, so we haven't spoken about it, right? Since that one time, and a lot of stuff has happened. And this isn't about making excuses, but
what are you talking about? Are you going to talk about the fact that fucking Microsoft got rid of a shitload of you fucking losers who weren't fucking pulling your weight? And they also, Joe Staten fucking left and took his buddy with him, who was like a Bungie guy for years, and went to fucking Amazon. Are you going to talk about that shit or not?
From a communication perspective and from a cross-core perspective, specifically because they're really intertwined.
So what they're saying is cross-core is not coming in season 4. So what I expect to see for season 4 is the color white for sale again. That's what I expect to see.
Cross-core, the feature or problem set or challenge that exists as a, like, the fact that it hasn't been spoken about so much is a really good example of what's been happening in the studio. So, you know, we don't need to talk too much, but like we've had a lot of stuff go on in the studio over the last year, like a lot of stuff. And in general, we've been quieter.
Are you going to talk about what that stuff was? Why is Joe Staten gone? Why is Bonnie Ross gone? Why is Kiki Wolfkill gone? Why is Frank O'Connor gone? Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Because our studio leadership, well, there's 2 reasons I would say. Our studio
Who's to
leadership
say?
has really
Who's
pushed
to say the guy that's even talking now will even be there for season 5? Who's to say this guy is even going to be employed at the company then? Because they're all fucking leaving. Who's to say? The only people that they can guarantee is not going to lose his job is apparently Ubernick. That's it.
us to lean very much into the idea that product leaders like myself, my job is not to say what feature is going to get me. My job is not to say, you know, go do this exactly like that. My job is to take what I know our business and engagement goals are, what I know our player sentiment priority list is, like what our players want and need.
First of all, you don't know what your players want and need because you made this piece of shit game, because that would already eliminate that to begin with, because it's a piece of shit game that nobody wanted in the first place, hence why no one's fucking playing it, right? So number one, you don't know what your players quote unquote want and need, full stop. So just stop right there, okay? But now you're saying this fucking list of, oh, people are asking for blah, 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 and you're not even working on that. Priority one is still the store end the fucking season, like you just said. Couldn't you say, hey, we're not doing any more seasons. What we're going to focus on is what people want. Cross-core, and then we'll just put all the items in the store. You could just end seasons. You could just say, you know what? We don't need seasons. We'll just sell everything in the store. Because you have to buy the season anyway. So what's the fucking difference? You could just cancel seasons and then just release stuff in the store as and when. You could literally do that now. You could just say that now. And then work on cross-core. If they wanted to. Jesus Christ, man. Which is going to happen anyway. It's going to happen at some point. Seasons are going to stop. It might be season 4. It might be season 5. Or it might do what Gears 5 did and end at like season 8 or 9. But it's going to stop. And it's going to stop soon. It's not going to last. It's not going to be a 10-year plan like everyone said it was going to be. No, it's not going to do that. So might as well end now as end at season 8. It's not going to make any fucking difference to anybody because no one plays the fucking game anyway. So what's the fucking difference? The whales will still buy the stuff in the store. So it makes no difference to anybody. No one gives a rat's ass about the season anyway.
And to clearly define and prioritize for the development team, the implementers, and challenge them with challenges to go and solve those challenges. Go figure those things out. Because the implementers, the people who are building these features, those are the ones who are going to really know exactly how to get those things done. And more importantly, when we can get those things done. And
except you failed every target you've ever had in the history of Halo. So how does that make sense? Yeah, exactly. Idiots continue to buy the season. Idiots continue to buy stuff in the store.
Obviously, we did this before, but I think there's been a real focus on this process and the discipline around it. And what I found is as we've been doing that, we were also challenged with the not talking about stuff as frequently. And so Pierre directly challenged us because he was saying, look, like, if we're going to talk about stuff, there has to be rigor and discipline around the predictability.
Which is why you went into this fucking live stream with absolutely no bullet points saying what you can talk about and what you can't talk about. What a brilliant idea.
Of when we will deliver those things. And that has been the way that I've been operating since we started talking about winter update and things like that. And so folks hear me say, hey, I'm not ready to talk about that, or we're not promising that. That's really why that's happening. And what's cool is that over this period of time where we've really, really, really pushed this responsibility of answering how we're going to solve these challenges to the dev teams and the implementers, we actually, and it's kind of a duh.
You just said you don't know what the fuck is wrong with the netcode. You just said you don't know how long it's going to take to do the fucking seasonality that you already fucking said you should be on course with now, but you're not. You haven't even done what you said from the last fucking update. And people have left since then. Big names have gone. Frank O'Connor, gone. Kiki, gone. Fucking Bonnie Ross, gone. Joe Staten, gone. Joe Staten's fucking mate, whatever his fucking name is, I can't remember off the top of my head because he was there for like a month, is gone. That guy, the wizard beard, gone. You got like 6, 7, 8. I'm losing count of guys. They're hemorrhaging fucking devs. They're hemorrhaging devs. How can it? Fuck me.
Much clearer feedback on when things are going to be able to be done. And how the best way to do those things is. And so with CrossCore, it was a perfect storm. With CrossCore, when it was talked about on that stream, I believe it was a community live stream.
Yep.
Which is like a year ago now.
It wasn't exactly one of those things where the team was fully aware that it was going to be spoken about that way, or that the team had the solutions that they thought were the right one.
So basically, you just talk a load of shit like you're doing now, and then you don't deliver on what you were talking about. Yeah, you promised a cross-core, and then Joe Staten's gone, who made that promise. Joe Staten promised drop pods every fucking 2 months, and we've had fucking 2 of them in a year. And now you're doing this shit, which is not a drop pod again, so this doesn't even count. Correct. I did predict that. Thank you. That's what they're going to do. All this shit is going to eventually work its way into the store, one way or another. Oh, yeah, and don't forget Hyper Falcon is that much of a retard that he actually bought something from a season that he already had. I don't know whether he completed the season, because obviously, let's say you do half a season, then technically you don't own the other half of the season, do you? You don't actually have that content. So when you can buy a helmet that's in the second half of a season, guess what? Then it doesn't tell you that you own it through the season because you haven't completed that part of the season. So Hyper Falcon, dumbass, bought something he already owned in the store. That's how retarded these guys are that support this game. They're buying shit they already own. It's embarrassing.
Or would be feasible given all of the other stuff that we have to do.
No. Kiki Wolfgill is gone. Kiki Wolfgill now is not the head of transmedia at 343. She's the head of transmedia at Microsoft. She no longer works at 343. She is gone from 343. 100%. She's gone.
And that created a situation where we couldn't really talk about anything because there wasn't much to talk about and the team was trying to figure it out. Things were changing. Yeah, go ahead. You had it.
Yeah. So you're saying essentially slower on the communication because we want to make sure we verify and vet all of the work, the planning ahead of time.
Yeah, let's do it the
and
right
have
way.
more confidence in speaking to those things moving forward.
Yeah, because the team needs to feel empowered and feel agency to deliver things the right way instead of feeling trapped by things I might say. Like that's not what I want to do. That's not my job. That if I do that, I fail, right? If I write a check for the team that they don't want to sign for, that's not fun.
You mean like how you signed us up for video podcasts?
Exactly right. But I'll help you with that. No, I'm just kidding. I won't help you with that. I'm gonna have a camera. I have a webcam you guys can borrow. No, yeah. So there's that, and then the other part I was just gonna say, like, from a historical perspective, we didn't talk about it again then because leadership changed. I came in and started driving more of the priorities and what we were going after. And when we looked at what was possible, I looked at the number one business and sentiment issue, which was delivering seasonal content and experiences with better predictability and consistency. And that's what the team was then focused on. And they were
right. So as per since day one of the fucking game, before the game even technically released in the beta, the number one priority was the season and the store. That hasn't changed, and that's why nothing else is getting done. That's why there's no fucking maps. No, the maps that they have released weren't built by 343. They were built by community people. They weren't even built by 343. There's been no maps from 343 since launch. None. They've all been community maps, okay? So there's been no maps delivered by 343 and their team. None. Not a map. There's been like 2 or 3 game modes. King of the Hill isn't even proper King of the Hill. All right. They don't even release stuff correctly. They change the names of things like fucking SWAT is now fucking Tactical Slayer or some bullshit. It's like, just get a fucking pair of balls and release SWAT. No. Infection was accidentally released in season 2. And then they took it back for some reason because it wasn't quite ready or something, even though people were playing it and it didn't make any sense because it was working. But whatever. What are we talking about? Where are the game modes? Where's the maps? Where's the content? Where's the ray tracing? No one ever talks about this. Yet here we are. Oh, what we were trying to do between then and now is the season and the store. The season and the store that you've been focused on since day one.
our dev teams from an implementer perspective on up. That was their focus. And we weren't ready to talk about cross-border because they were trying to address other issues at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's where the communication comes from. And I think now,
Franco Connor never, ever developed anything for the game at all since ever. That's how stupid IGN is. That's how retarded the people are that work there.
The discipline that we've installed across the team and the adherence to process and those principles communication can be much clearer and should be. But that doesn't excuse the quietness. Like people should feel frustrated. They can feel frustrated. I'm not a person who tells people off.
We're frustrated too.
Yeah.
We're
Every day.
everyone is
Every
frustrated.
day.
Well, I mean, people have been asking like, well, what is the leadership's priority? And we talk about player sentiment and kind of the health of the community in the game all the time, right? And we
Yes.
have data that gives us a lot of insights there. We know all these things we've touched on, from customization to stability to networking. All these things keep kind of dragging us down, right?
Yeah.
And they're top of mind for our players. And these are things that are top of mind in the team all the time. Also, so is we have a new season coming up in a month. And it's just like, I guess I'll just say, this sounds very obvious. It's just very hard. And there's just a lot, there's just so many balls in the air. But I think we all feel bad that we can't give more frequent updates.
Yeah.
But we also know people are tired of hearing the, hey, we hear you, we're working on it.
Yeah.
So it puts us in a little bit of a rock and a hard spot,
Yeah.
so to speak. People are really wanting to get more into cross-core.
Are they in the chat? Just what?
Like, I want to be clear. Like,
Should we talk more about development?
I want to get. Let me get to that. But,
I'm just kidding.
by the way,
Are they at war with their own chat now? Like, what is going on? Like, they're like,
that wasn't meant to be like Sean's response to cross-core. We were kind of I was asking a bit broader question about why haven't we been saying more about everything all up over the last few months, of which cross-core was one. But most people were like, wait, that's not an answer about cross-core, but that wasn't the goal yet. We're going to get there in a minute.
Yeah, no.
there is no fucking cross-core. Just say it's not coming. We're not doing it. Fuck off. Why? Just say it. Stop it. Really. It's not coming in season 4. We can tell that anyway, so just say it now. Just stop fucking bullshitting. Good Lord. It's embarrassing, man. Why is there no structure to anything? Like, oh, you're talking about cross-core. Well, that's one of our bullet points, and here's what we need to say about it. So let's say that, and then we cross that off the list, and then we move on to the next thing. Why is it? Oh, we'll get there in a minute. What is there to get to? Is it coming or not? That's all people want to know. Fucking hell.
Also, I'm easily distracted.
We're going to get there. But Sean, before
He's
we
easily
get
distracted. No shit. That's why he told us his life story before we fucking started.
into kind of what can people expect with customization,
Yes.
I do like some of the information you had shared with us earlier, and I think it would be good context to look at bigger picture. Where are we going with player customization? Like, what is the team's vision, and like, what is the feedback that you and the team have latched on to that you're working against, and not even like immediately, but just broader. Like
the most, I'll take it at the highest level because I'm again not going to write checks. But from a philosophical perspective, the challenge that I present the team with is like, hey, our customization story, our customization like philosophy needs to address depth, breadth, and value. So I can go into that a little bit. Like, we really want people to be able to invest in their Spartan story, their Spartan, like imagine who they want to be as a Spartan, but that's very different for different people, right? So let's talk about depth for a second. Depth is, you have your Spartan Mark V Reach sort of like kit that you want to build out, that you're really interested in developing, that is like very military heavy, and like we want to support that. So we need to be able to support players going deeper into the sorts of Spartan player fantasies that we create. So that's one avenue.
What is he talking? Did anybody hear any of that? Did it make any sense to anybody? Because I'm talking to somebody else over here about something actually important. I mean, like, oh my God. What did he say? Was anybody listening? It just went straight over my head. I was trying to listen to it and talk to somebody else about something actually important. What did he say? Did he say anything of value? What did he say? Like, if it was a load of bollocks, as this guy is saying, if it's a load of bullshit, then I'm just going to move on. I didn't hear anything like even remotely.
And that means creating more customization content for things that we've released and to keep on adding into those spaces, right? Breadth is really about driving and facilitating.
I know
and
this guy.
exploring.
This guy's a master of just talking absolute bullshit. He's literally a master at it. That's probably how he got his job at 343.
Other fantasies.
What can they
fantasies that we
possibly
may not
say? What can they possibly say for the next fucking half an hour or whatever? What can they possibly say from here?
explored yet. And so that's really what the cores were meant to do initially. But I think that
What is he? So
stepped
he's
in-
saying the cores are shit. Okay, well, guess what? No one wanted cores in the first place. You guys wanted cores, so you could make more fucking money out of idiots. You created cores. That was your idea. Let me get a drink. Okay, let me get a drink. Okay, I'll be back in a sec. Is there any good quotes we can put up? Yeah, I like this one. That'll do. Back in a sec. Oh, dear. Let's catch up with the chat. Okay. Let's carry on.
some of that where it's like some cores are very similar and like ultimately what
No
we
shit.
want to do going forward is deliver experience.
Exactly. The basic core is basically the same as the reach one. What's the fucking point? How can it not be cross-core between the reach one and the basic one when it looks exactly the same? Mark 7 and Mark fucking 5 look the same. Like the same shit, man. It makes no sense.
Experiences even within a core that are allow you to explore books, right? Because you have that person, right, who maybe wants to have like
This guy, we're just all over the place.
my Spartan is very much a reach Spartan with a simple purple coating.
Let's say purple for
Purple
sure.
for me. I love purple, right? That was my number one goal. I love purple. But to get that in there, but then like I also know, and I joke about this, but this is true. Like there are people, and I'm not trying to rile people up specifically, but like people like cat ears. Guess what? Lots of people like cat ears. Lots of people like different things, and you know we want to.
So when are the dildo skins coming out? Because as we've established, all the people that love cat ears also love dildos, as we've established fucking 2 weeks ago. So where's the dildo skins? Just because some people like something doesn't mean you should put it in the fucking game, genius. What kind of logic is that? Oh, people love it. Yeah. Yeah. And only fucking, we had like how many million people at launch, but now there's like maybe 3,000 left on Steam or whatever. So clearly that hasn't ruined the game. Clearly people haven't left because of the bullshit microtransaction storing cat ears. No, that hasn't scared anybody away. No. No, some people really like them. Out of touch as fuck.
Support that
Unreal.
too, because those are just as valid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I feel like saying. Go fuck yourself. Go back to your Crunchyroll with your cat ears, you weeb. Exactly. That's how I fucking feel. Well
Design
said.
perspective and from a player
Weirdos.
fantasy perspective as anything. And I can't read the chat right now, but if we are going to answer the crossword thing, so
Can't read the chat right now, but if I did, I'd see 1,000 people saying cat ears are gay. okay, and then get him subsequently banned by Unisheck.
Okay. I just see.
My cat ears.
Yeah, purple cat ears are the best.
He's just discussed Spartan.
Yes, and then the last.
Actually, is your Spartan.
Can you see how these devs are completely like just totally out there, man? Like they're not Halo fans. Oh yeah, purple cat ears. That's why I play Halo. Purple cat ears. And they laugh about it.
The last sort of
They've killed the game.
tenet is like really about value. Okay, so like I know people don't like talking necessarily about the business components of a game, but the money that we make from customization sales and battle pass sales, which are driven by customization, is the way that we fund our development for.
Correct. So that's why all the effort is put forth into the store and the microtransactions, not maps, because you don't fund your development with maps. So if you had map packs, guess where the fucking effort would be put forth? Into map packs. Like I've been saying to all these fucking goofballs for fucking 10 years. But apparently, no, there's the fucking cat ears don't kill the game. Oh, the fucking microtransactions don't ruin the game. Yeah, that's where all the effort is put forth, because that's where all the money is. The man just said it right there with his dildo up his ass.
Like that is how we make money.
No shit.
And we use that money to build modes and all of the stuff that.
No, you use that money to make more microtransactions so you can make more money. Don't lie. Stop lying.
Players want.
Lies.
And so if we are not providing value for players by creating that depth or that breadth or creating higher quality items, then we're not going to make any money. And it's not.
You shouldn't be making any money because it was a $60 fucking game at release. And it was on Game Pass, which people had to pay to play the campaign. And then there was a season. And then there was another season. And then there was another season. And then there was another season. And then there was a store. And then there was a fucking MLG fucking HCS store. And you're telling me you haven't made enough money to make some fucking maps and game modes? That should have been in there at launch because it was a $60 fucking game at release. The same as all the other fucking games that had all the fucking content day one. Are you out of your mind?
Going to be a virtuous cycle, right?
Yeah.
And so that's where that value comes in. We need to create value, and that's to me where the cross-core conversation comes in. Because I've seen this sentiment. Like I've seen people say, like, I'd be more comfortable buying this thing if I knew it was like something that I could use later on.
Right, yeah. So what you do is you sell the color white in every season, and then you'll be able now in season 5 or 6, maybe, to do cross-core. So you'll be able to use those color whites on anything you want. Brilliant. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for giving us a feature that should have been in there at fucking launch for a microtransaction system we didn't want in the first place, and a season we didn't want in the first place. Thank you so much for allowing us to use the color whites that should be in the game for free day one, like in all the other Halo games, on whatever armor we want. Wow. And we still have to buy it. I still have to buy it. Wow. Thank you. I only have to buy it once instead of 3 times. Thank you so much. Well done.
You stop supporting this core. He's pointing at himself. Maybe he corners me every day and says that. Like I don't.
Sentiment would be at an all-time high if everything was free.
But we can't.
So,
yeah, I have the best job because I have to balance.
Yeah, but $60 campaign. So it should be free. Because you already paid for the game up front. The game was $60. The game is $60.
What we need to do from a business perspective,
yeah.
And then what we
is milk idiots for money, which you've done successfully.
Need to do from a player perspective, like what they really want. And like the messed up part is that I'm such a I love the franchise, right? And so I'm like, yeah, I want to go give you guys all that, but then I'm like, wait a second, I also want to keep giving you stuff later on, and so I need to sell some stuff too. It's just this.
Right, yeah. So rather than give you the fucking content now, we'll fucking hold it back so we can sell it to you over seasons and make it so you keep coming back and have a live service game. So let's not give you Infection that's already ready to go at launch, because we can hold it and keep it for season 4. So then people have to come back and check out, oh my God, Infection, a game mode that was in Halo fucking 3 at launch. Holy shit. Got to come back 2 years after release to check that shit out. Oh shit. Infection, boys. Let's go. Come on. Vroom, vroom.
We're never going to nail it. We're always going to be trying to do the best thing.
No,
Yeah.
sure.
No, it's a very fine line to walk, and we get to sometimes have the luxury of not having to worry about the business realities, and we can just yell at you that players don't like this stuff. Please change it.
Yeah.
I want to call out too, because some people in chat are pointing this out, and I know this is a pretty common theme in game communities, but to be very clear, no one has made a decision to say we're going to ship more cat ears and not fix servers.
You lying cunts. You lying cunts. That's exactly what they've done. You lying cunts. That's exactly what you've just been saying for how many fucking you lying cunts. You lying. That's bullshit. That's exactly what you're doing. That is exactly the decision. You keep saying the fucking store and the season is priority 1, and that's how we fund the development, so that's priority 1. You just said it a billion times. But now, holy shit, no one is saying the cat is a priority over the service. That's literally what you've been saying for the last hour and a half we've been watching. Are you out of your mind? Are these guys retarded? Are you fucking? That's exactly what they said. That's exactly what they said. You fuck at these cunts, man. These absolute cunts. What a bunch of fucking wankers, man. Seriously. Die in a fucking ditch. Seriously. This is fucking retarded. Lie to me like that. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? You lying cunt. Get a fucking haircut, for fuck's sake.
The reality is, these are completely different teams.
Different teams.
We have outsourced partners that are making content. Some of these things have been in development for months
now they're
already.
backtracking on everything they said for the last hour.
So it's there's no trade-off internally with well, we're not going to fix networking this month because we want to put some new shop bundles out.
Absolutely.
That's absolutely what you've just been saying, that the fucking store and season is priority 1 and has been since launch, has been in the last fucking video, has been in all the previous videos where you've come out and said, what is priority for the game? What is priority? Achieving seasonality. That is priority 1. Store season. What content is coming out? Let's prioritize store season. Then you said, oh shit, what makes the money? The store and the season. Right. So we have to prioritize that. The store and the season. You said it 3 or 4 fucking times. Someone in the chat was like, oh, so that means you're not doing the servers because of the store and season that you're focusing on. Oh, well, no, that's not actually true. Are these guys for real? Are they for real? They're like a fucking caricature of themselves. Are you fucking serious, bro? Exactly. They can't even be open about shit. They can't even be open. They literally just said that the fucking season and store over and over again. They've been saying it for months, over a year, that the season and store is priority 1. We've seen all the videos. We've been watching this video for an hour and a half. And they say it over and over and over again. Then when someone calls them out on their own fucking logic, oh, well, that means you're not focusing on the fucking server because you're focusing on cat ears. Oh, well, no, that's not true. That's exactly what you've been saying for fucking an hour. Yeah, you're fucking out of your mind. What are we doing here? Fucking hell, man. I don't know how they do this shit, man.
These are parallel paths. At the end, they do converge.
He can't even get the words out. He's such a lying cunt. Why he's such a liar? So stop lying. What a cunt, man. What a liar.
to release an update, obviously,
Yeah.
but I think we've all maybe had frustrations with other properties that we enjoy where it's easy to say the devs are prioritizing the wrong thing. And I want to just make sure that people know the team is focused on a lot of things. It's not as simple as just a black and white trade.
Yeah. So
I was gonna crack a cookbook joke.
I almost got a professor on the
Ah,
analogy.
let's crack a joke. Yeah, that's so funny. The fact that you fucking focus on cat ears rather than fixing the game. That's so fucking funny. That's hilarious.
I was going to say, yeah. Well, the budget that we use to buy the flour and stuff, which I think of as customization, right? Like I really want a croissant right now. So like the butter and the flour.
Oh yeah. The money from the microtransactions pays for this. What a load of bollocks. What about the money from the fucking campaign that we've already paid you? The $60 fucking dollars. Where did that money go? Where's the fucking ray tracing in the campaign? Why was the co-op delayed for the campaign? Where's the $60 campaign money? Because that money can't all be for the campaign. Because guess what? Halo Reach was $60, and that content was all fucking there, apart from some DLC maps, which we still haven't received for this game. They haven't done any DLC maps. So where's the money going? It didn't go into maps. It didn't go into shit. Went up your fucking ass. That's where it went. Exactly. The more money you give them, the more reason they have to do fucking nothing but keep selling cat ears, because the cat ears is what's making the fucking money. They're not selling maps. They're not selling game modes. They're selling gay-ass fucking cat ears. So, of course, that's what they're going to focus on, selling more cat ears. Like the guy in the fucking chat called him out on, big time. Whoever that guy is a legend. Called him out. Yeah, where the fuck is the dynamic weather, bro? Where is the dynamic weather?
And like the making that dough and folding, whatever. That's different than the cost of paying for the rent and the website and all those things
The
that
fucking rank should be there at launch. Why are you going to spend money in microtransactions to get a ranking system? It should be in the game at launch, like every other. Even the free-to-play games have these at launch. Apex, Call of Duty, fucking all these games have them at launch. They're free-to-play. Even fucking other games have them. What are they talking about? We have to wait. We have to wait 2 years to get a ranking system. We have to pay money into the game to get it. Fortnite has the shit at launch, right? Am I making this up? They have a progression system. What is he talking about? Or they don't have them because they're not having them ever. You don't have to wait 2 years to get them. Oh my fucking days. Yeah, where are the fucking animals? Yeah, where are they? All bullshit.
like we used to sell those for
Slip space engine, not in the game, not used.
online, whatever. Like maybe that's actually a really bad analogy, and I'm failing here with my food analogy.
Oh my
But my
God.
point is the resources we use to make customization content, design that customization content, implement that customization content, all of that stuff is different than the resources we have to
Bullshit. If it's different resources, as you've been saying for the last fucking hour and something, what is your main focus? The season and the store. Right. Okay. So even if your main focus is quote unquote the season and the store, that would not affect going after cross-core. That would not affect going after game modes. That would not affect going after maps, because those are completely different developers that don't work on the season and fucking store content. You just said for the last hour that you can't focus on XYZ because you've got to focus on the seasonality. You just said that. And now it's, oh, well, it's completely different fucking devs. You're just changing. You're literally changing your own tune in the fucking live stream you're fucking doing now. You're changing the whole fucking thing you said before. Are you out of your mind? You literally said, you're going after this. We got to choose what we got to go after. Well, if it's a completely different fucking set of devs doing fucking multiplayer maps, then why the fuck do you have to go after anything? Because they've got to all they're doing is maps. What are they doing? Sitting on their ass waiting for you to do cat ears? Or they sitting on their ass? Oh, fuck, I can't do anything this week. The fuck are you talking about? It doesn't make any sense. The fuck are they doing? What are they doing?
Implement features or fixes for the game. Those are different people, and they are not
Bullshit!
in conflict, and their priorities are not in conflict.
Bullshit!
And we are not saying, but that is the way it is. We're talking very specifically about customization.
I mean, I think we could go on about this for hours, because another kitchen analogy that I could pull in from cooking.
Stop doing analogies. Just move on. Talk about the stupid infection in the fucking ranks. Move the fuck on. Seriously.
We're just hungry.
I'm super.
It's like an episode of Chopped, right? Where you're like, hey, we have feedback that our fans want pizza.
Wow.
But then, Sean, you
Wow.
have like a hibachi grill, a skewer, some eggs, and like some
Stick it
heavy
up his
cream. That's
ass.
all you have to work with.
Stick it
And
up his fucking ass.
I'm kind of alluding to the fact that, like, in some instances, some of the things that we know players ultimately would like, we might also like, but it's not realistic within the realities of the game and the system that we have today.
That was very well.
How do you figure that out when you just said that the people making the fucking cat ears are not the same people making multiplayer maps? So where's the multiplayer map design team? Where are they? Let's have them on, because they clearly haven't been doing anything for months, have they? Where is the multiplayer map design team? Where are they? Where is the multiplayer map design team? Where are they? Where are they? Who are they? Where are they? What have they been doing for months? What have they been doing for 2 years? Where are the multiplayer map design team? Where are they? Where are they? Stop lying. Clearly, it's the same fucking jabronis making the cat ears, which is why they can't fucking make maps, because they haven't got time to make fucking maps, because they're making all this gay shit. It's not rocket science. Are you fucking retarded or something? Like, oh yeah, well, that just means your other teams are literally sat on their ass doing fuck all because you're not putting any content in the game. Where's the content if it's not linked in any way to the team building the fucking season? You just completely went back on everything you said, and it doesn't make sense. You're trying to cover your tracks now. Now you're trying to say, well, it doesn't mean this, it doesn't mean that. You're a bunch of lying cunts. It makes no sense what you're saying. It makes no sense.
Right?
Yeah, I think you're setting me up to talk about crosscore.
I mean, I am,
Yeah,
because
it's perfect. It's a great analogy.
like,
You've already talked about crosscore. Fucking end it. Just stop. It's not coming in season 4. We all know it's not coming in season 4. So just say that and move on. That's it. That's all you got to say.
you know, it's even back. Hey, just let it. We just want to go. We want to go back to the way it was in the old Halo games. We want to earn all of our stuff, and everything's just.
No shit. So why? Oh, we listen to our fans. Yeah, we're not doing what our fans want. Yeah, fucking genius. Yeah, we always listen to them. But we can't do what the fans want. It's a $60 fucking game. Yes, you can do that. Elden Ring sold millions of fucking copies. Okay, it didn't need a fucking multiplayer fucking garbage ass mode. It was free to play to make millions and millions and millions of dollars. Halo Reach made millions and millions of dollars. It didn't need a fucking gay season and fucking microtransactions to do that, and it still made more fucking more sense than what you're doing. So, what's your logic? Where's your logic here? We can't do that. Yes, you can, you fucking retard. Yes, you can. Who says you can't? You're freaking Microsoft. What the fuck was Game Pass for? You want to sell Game Pass subscriptions. Why can't you sell Game Pass subscriptions with a game that doesn't have a free-to-play model? Why does it have to have a free-to-play model to sell Game Pass subscriptions? And why can't they have Game Pass subscription plus fucking multiplayer DLC with fucking map content like Halo Reach had? Why can't you sell maps? Why can't you sell content? Why have you got to sell gay skins? Why have you got to have a gay season? None of it makes sense. You can still sell more maps and content. You don't have to sell it this way. You're making no sense. Yes, you can build it like that. Other games have done it like that. Back for Blood did it like that recently. You buy the game and then they sell you more missions. They did it like that. You can build those games now. Stop lying. Fuck off. You're a lying cunt. Shut the fuck up. If I ever meet this guy in real life, I'm going to tell him to his face he's a lying cunt. I'm going to say, Sketch, you are a lying cunt. And I've got you on record as a lying cunt. So fuck off. Don't speak to me. You're a lying cunt. Fuck off. I'll tell him to his face. He's a fucking lying cunt. Oh, we can't make it that way. Yes, you can, you fucking retard. Don't lie to me. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? You're telling me you can't make a game with a fucking DLC model in 2023. That's impossible. Bullshit. That's bullshit. Stop lying. Are you taking the piss? Are these guys for real? Are these guys for real? You can't make a game with a fucking DLC model in 2023. That is utter bullshit. Final Fantasy sold the freaking game in parts. All right? They only made like half a game. Well, Halo can't fucking do that. Halo can't sell the game in parts. Halo's going to have a free-to-play model. We're not even talking about releasing a full fucking game. They could still have a different model. It isn't even, we're not even talking about doing a fucking decent release. Okay, do Back for Blood. 4 acts and then you buy 2 more acts. Why can't you do that? Why can't you sell content? Why is there no, why? It makes no sense. This fucking guy, he literally said you can't do it like that now. Fucking bullshit, you can't. Bullshit my arse, you can't. Bullshit. Stop lying. Fucking hell. How bad is this video, man?
Just based on engagement and free. And while I really appreciate the work the team's done to increase the value and quality of the things that you can earn, Infinite just wasn't built that way. And I'm going to just say it right here.
Infinite was built to milk money from idiots, so all the decent content has to be locked behind a fucking paywall. You can't unlock anything cool, even though it's a $60 fucking game and you can unlock skins in the campaign. The campaign skins suck fucking cock, don't they? 9 times out of 10. Why is there no cool lasso challenge fucking skin? Why is there no Hayabusa? Where's the fucking content for the campaign mode that looks badass? Where is it? Why can't I go to campaign, beat the lasso, go into fucking multiplayer? Hey, I beat fucking lasso. Check this shit out. Where's that? And that's a $60 fucking part of the game. And there's no content. And now you're telling me, well, the game wasn't built like that. What about the $60 campaign? Was that not built like that? To earn cool stuff? Are you out of your mind?
There's no chance it's ever just going to be burned to the ground and rebuilt up to be something totally
different. That's not true either, because you already did this with Gears of War 5. You're Microsoft, okay? You had content locked behind the paywall in Gears of War 5, and then you changed your fucking mind halfway through and like, hey, that content can be earned for free. You did that with Gears of War 5. You set the precedent with Gears of War 5 that could possibly happen. So it could happen with this game. There's absolutely no... You could log into Halo fucking Infinite on season 6 and they could have backtracked on everything they said like they always do. All that content could be free at some point. There's no telling with these retards. So why would we believe them? Yeah, $60 for the campaign only. And you don't even unlock anything in the campaign.
Right?
Everything is connected, right? Like our UI, our
which is why everything's fucking broken.
Pipeline, the code, every single thing creates these barriers to implementing full cross-core. Like it is always everything's a challenge.
So let's just
So don't do it then. If it's too much of a challenge, don't do it. Just cut your losses and then make content for the cores you already have. Okay? Stick to the cores you already have. Stop releasing more cores. All right? If people don't like having, this is just not rocket science, guys. Okay, so you've got 6 cores, right? Let's just stick with the 6 cores. Let's not add 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cores because people don't like that as it is. So let's stop releasing cores. Let's just add stuff to the cores we already have. No, new season, new core. New season, new core. Every time. These guys are retarded. Exactly.
talk to us then.
Even our test pipeline.
It is.
The way that we test things, like there's the development was meant to support cores, right?
Yep.
And so we're not, the way that it was built was not prepared to handle all the combinatorial shenanigans that could happen with cross-core from a validation perspective.
All right, so you didn't build it for cross-core. We get it. We get it. All right. You didn't build the game for cross-core. Okay, so here's a decision you make, and you make it now, today, this second. All right. Either you do cross-core, which is going to take 1 million resources, or you say, we did not build the game for cross-core. It cannot do cross-core. Let's put a line through it. Let's say, okay, we made a mistake, but this is how the game is now, and that's how it's going to be, and that's fucking how it is. All right? And that's it. And then you go, when you build the next game, you say, let's not do that again because that was a stupid idea. That's it. It's not rocket science. So you got a choice to make. Either you change the whole system and waste all that time and resources to do that for nobody because no one even plays the fucking game, or let's, I don't know, make some fucking content, maps, game modes, stuff that people actually give a shit about, put that in the game. Novel concept, and let's not bother with the fucking microtransaction fucking bullshit, cross-core fucking bullshit. Let's not do that. Why is cross-core so fucking important? Why is that the hot topic? Why is that the shit, people? Because the only people left playing are the people that retardedly buy microtransactions. They're the only people fucking left. Fuck trying to get anybody else to come play the fucking game who might buy a season. Fuck try and get anybody back that we lost over the last 2 years. Fuck those guys. I don't think Halo 7's ever going to release. I think it's just going to end up like a fucking... It's going to be like Scalebound. It's just going to not release because they've still got the same retards and they get worse all the time. It's just going to end up being like it's scrubbed. Exactly. Why do it in the first place? Why do it? They do these things and then they don't think them through, man. They're retarded idiots. Oh, yeah. 343 is listening by saying that they don't fucking focus on microtransactions, even though for the whole half of the stream before that, they said that that's exactly what they're doing. But then someone calls them out on it and it's like, oh, well, no. And then it's a different fucking team that does something, but then it's the same team because they're focusing on one thing. So how the fuck do they work that out? It's fucking retarded, man. They can't even be consistent in the bullshit they say.
We have to figure out how to do that. We are still figuring it out.
You don't have to figure it out because don't do it. If it's a dumb idea, don't do it. Don't do it. Think. Why have they got to figure it out? Don't do it. It's dumb. Don't do it.
Well, let's just why don't you just kind of cut into the meat then? Because I think people are just really want to know, like, what are we saying? What does this actually mean? We've had a lot of new
You don't know because you don't know what you're doing.
ones. So let me scroll through here and move down on some of our stuff that we're looking at. But
Yeah.
you've covered a lot of this.
I
So
can cover the season.
Then
4
how
stuff.
the hell
let's
are we
just-
halfway through?
why don't you let's just cut to the chase.
Yeah.
What can you commit to? Where are we going?
We are committing to, boy, and I'm going to make sure to be really careful here with the words I use.
Okay, get your notepads out, guys. I'm getting my notepad out. This is what they're committing to, right? Let's see what the fuck. I'm going to save this for next fucking season. Okay, we're committing to. There's my pen, paper. Right. What are they committing to?
So starting in season 4, so when we release season 4, all new shop and battle pass armor and weapon coatings will be cross-core and cross-weapon. Okay?
All new items will be cross-core from season 4. All cross-core items really from season 4 onward. How long are they going to take to break that one? Okay, that's bullet point 1. Next.
Shop bundles that include armor and weapon coatings will have coatings available for all of the cores and weapons as individual coatings. So people are going to see this and they might think, you are selling us individual coatings. We are not. We decided that before we got the UI, and this is where everything's tied together, even on the back end from a services perspective.
But you've been selling individual coatings for the last how many seasons? You sell the color white in every fucking season. Don't tell me you don't do that. What do you mean? Yes, you are doing that. What are you doing, you retard? So what did they say? All in the store, you will receive multiple. But what if you've already bought color white in season 1? Do you get color white for season 3 armor or not? You already paid for it. So what did he say? He said items will be, you will have coatings for multiple cores. Yeah. You will get coatings for multiple cores. So. For multiple cores. In the store. As bundles. Right. Okay. Whew. Right.
Where we grant people stuff and we like it's in your Spartan inventory. We're going to have to, for season 4, give people individual coatings for each of the things.
Right.
That is still going to be cross-core, and when we eventually get
right. Okay. So it's not cross-core, but when they eventually do cross-core, then we're going to start now. So the coatings will be, and all the armor pieces will work with everything from season 4. So they're just overcomplicating everything again. So basically, if you buy a knife for your armor, say that's on your shoulder, it will work with all your armor, but they're going to give you an item for 6 cores. And then somehow that's going to have to then merge into one item when they fucking rejig it, which makes everything even more complicated than what there already is. So I don't know what they're doing here. Why don't they just do this now and just leave it at that? Why don't they just say, hey, anything going forward is going to work on all cores because we're going to give you the item for everything. Done. That way, like, if there's anything, like, so say, like, I'm watching the HCS and I get some, like a chest plate or something, I can use that with my reach armor. So I'll just use that with my reach armor. Job done. Like, rather than go back and trying to change everything that's already fucking been done before. That makes more sense. They should just do that and not go back on the previous shit. They shouldn't go back and try to change that. That's just going to fuck everything up.
To the point where we have UI representing cross-core, those will be one core
Just-
coding, one coding that you can then equip, right?
So season 4, it's a bunch of different
Right.
tiles.
Yes.
But you get them all.
You get them all, and you will get them all prospectively for it. Yeah.
In the future, moving forward, future cores
Yep.
also get that
Yeah.
coding.
Yes. Yes.
So let me just also just be very
Future cores. So they're even doing more cores. They're doing more cores. Why do more cores if you're doing cross core? I mean, there's no need to have any cores. If core 1 can wear all the samurai armor, why do you need core 2? It's the same. Why do you need you don't need a core to begin with, right? I mean, it's you shouldn't build any more cores if you're going cross core. That makes no sense.
clear here. We're talking about new premium coatings coming online in season 4. Out of the gate, there'll be basically you'll get a version that works on every core.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
In the store and in the battle pass, premium battle pass, the way that the team had to implement it for season 4, because we didn't have the feat. So I don't want to get too technical here.
Yeah.
There were reasons
Wait, so the battle pass doesn't do this?
why, and it's not a don't trust, just trust me. But there were reasons why we're going to be putting the coatings at different levels, and you'll get them for every core there.
What? Are you fucking serious? You unlock the same. Oh my fucking god. He just said that when you're doing your battle pass, let's say you get a coating, and the coating is the color white. I'm going to say the color white because that's the one you always have to pay for. In the premium battle pass, so at level 1, you unlock the color white for core 1. Then level 2, you unlock the color white for core 2. And then level 3, you unlock the color white for core 3. And yellow level 4, you unlock the color white for core 4. And then level 5, you unlock the color white for core 5. Oh, these guys are insane. These guys are completely insane. Absolutely insane. Exactly. What are they doing?
Coding that you get from the premium battle pass will be cross core moving forward.
Okay.
Yeah. And then in future battle passes, which we aren't talking about right now, I don't think we can hit that. There's going to be, we're not, I'm getting shaking of the head. But in future battle passes, that'll be represented.
It's going to get better.
It'll be
It's going to
represented.
get better.
Yes. We hear the feedback that in our battle passes, people don't love things being split across levels.
Yep.
Very clearly. We will be working to address that in the future.
But not in season 4.
Not in season 4.
Still that
No.
same coding represented multiple tiles.
Yeah.
But beyond.
This is just it's a step in the right direction,
Yes.
but it's not the end all be all solution that we or players are looking for right now. I'd say it's probably safe to say.
Right.
This is a step in the wrong direction if you're going to be doing cross core, because now you've got to merge more items. You're creating more items you're going to have to merge. That creates more work. You're creating work for yourselves. That's what you're doing. You're creating more work by doing this. This is going to mean that cross core is going to take longer to implement. That's what you're doing. You're making it worse. You're making it harder. Honestly, I think that ship has sailed. I think they shouldn't even do that, because imagine trying to figure out how to put all of that shit they've like shot out, and then it's going to be like terrible. It's going to be like broken. It's like, why do this? It's a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea. Like, they shouldn't do this. It's a really bad idea.
I think, also correct me if I'm wrong, but they're similar because we have to represent each one of these as like 7 unique pieces.
Yeah.
That also
7
means that like
pieces.
an ultimate reward for now can't be a cross core coding because we have no way to serve that up today.
Yeah, it would be.
So an ultimate reward won't be a cross-core coating because the UI is broken and you can only have one item. So then it wouldn't be a cross-core thing because you can't put multiple items as the ultimate reward. Okay.
A very broken user experience right now.
But safe to say, you would like to get to that point.
Yes.
Okay.
When we get the ability to support in the UI.
Cool.
Yeah.
And the last point of clarification I want to call out.
And that's not because the UI team's not crushing it. They're absolutely crushing it, but it's like, hey, what can we do?
They're crushing something. They've broke the fucking UI and the fucking everything's broken. And now fucking settings don't save. And now a fucking video plays every time you start up the game. That's the UI team. They're crushing something. They're crushing fucking people's dreams of this ever being a decent game. Are you fucking out of your mind? Crushing it. Crushing what? Fanboy dreams?
Right now, because we were thinking about holding some of this stuff until it was like perfect.
Yeah.
That's not the right thing to do.
Yep.
And so
That is the right thing to do. That's the right thing to do. Do it when it's fucking ready. Holy shit.
we're like, okay, we're going to have a little bit of jank, acceptable jank, and we're going
What's acceptable jank?
to give it this way and try to explain it, but also give people value.
Yep.
Right now.
I also want to clarify too, we recently added the ability to purchase some cosmetics through the armor hall.
Yeah.
So any sort of content pre-season 4 that you might buy via that avenue or might even come in the shop
Or in the battle passes
would not fit into this model for now.
for now.
Okay.
And I don't want to, I want the team to tell me specifically how we can solve that,
That's their audio, not mine, by the way.
but I can say it's a flag for us to figure out when I say flag, I don't like a flag was saying it's a no. We need to figure this out like that.
So there's a couple questions I think that are obvious follow-ups that are top of mind for everybody.
Bam.
I'm just going to throw these out to you. One, people are asking, well, what about all the past codings that we've already released?
Yeah.
And how should we think about that in a world where we honestly, as we've been discussing transparently, we don't have a fully vetted, realistic plan right now that solves all these problems.
Yes.
So don't do it. It's a bad idea.
We have about, you know firsthand, like
I do.
from reviewing all.
What is the point in releasing cross-core for the game in season 8? What is the game is already beyond dead, and now the really small fan base they've got is gonna have to wait for another year and a half or whatever to get a cross-core system. For what reason? The game's already dead. This cross-core thing is going to get cancelled, like fucking Peanut said. It's going to be canned the same way split screen was fucking canned or all this bullshit. It's going to be canned. So why even get people's hopes up with this shit? It's going to be canned, man. We see where this is going. They have no clue what they're doing. There's no way this is coming out anytime soon. And when it comes out, the game's going to be so far beyond dead, no one will even notice.
These things because folks on the call, there are two people that I go and talk to very frequently. One of them is our business manager, and the other one is Gerard. And we talk about solutions, right? And I've got to find that balance. And we have multiple solutions that we're investigating currently for how we want to deliver previous season coding.
Oh my fucking gods. Look, if it's that big of a deal that it's so fucking hard to implement it, why would you do this in a dead game that no one cares about? What is the point in going back and trying to change the entire model of what is that going to do? It's not going to, nobody that was not playing the game is suddenly going to come back because they can wear cat ears on the samurai armor. That's not going to do anything. It's not going to bring any players back. It's not going to make any more fucking money. So what is the fucking point? Exactly. It's just fucking bullshit. They're just talking in circles. Why do they need to solve a problem that they created? They created the cross-core system for a reason, okay? Once you create that system, you have to be behind that system and follow it through to the bitter end. They decided to do a stupid cross-course system. They now have to live with the cross-course system. Why the fuck do they have to fucking focus on trying to fix a problem they created? What was the idea behind that? Did the guy that created the cross-course system get fucking fired or what? What happened to him? Whose idea was it? Was it this guy, Mr. fucking Glasses and Jacket? Did he fucking decide to do a cross-core system? Was it Sketch's idea? Whose idea was the cross-core? The cross-core's been a failure. Who designed it? Who implemented it? Whose idea was it? Why aren't we saying, yeah, that guy was fucking fired. His ass is fucking grass because he fucking fucked the game up. Whose idea was it? Was it Bonnie Ross's idea? Was it Frank O'Connor's idea? Was it Kiki Walkill's idea? Whose idea was it? But now you have that system. So work within the system you've created. Why then go back and try and fucking start again, essentially? Like this is a new game. And holy shit, that was a disaster. Oh, I know. Let's completely rebuild the system from the ground up. Because that's not going to take a fucking shitload of time and resources. When we could put that time and resources into, I don't know, maps, game modes, content. Let's not focus on that. Let's focus now putting all our fucking effort and time into rebuilding the fucking Spartan dress-up system from the ground up. And then in like 2-3 years' time, the server's probably going to be shut down anyway, and all this shit's going to be irrelevant. It's going to be fucking gone. So what's the point? What is the fucking point? Exactly. Or I'd even give them like 1 or 2. Like, okay, we got Spartan 1s from Halo 1. We got Spartan fucking 2s, and then we got like Spartan 4s and Spartan 3s. Okay. And then the Spartan 3 armor is all the Reach stuff. And then the Spartan fucking 2 armor is all the Halo 3 stuff. And then the Spartan 4 armor is all the Halo 4 stuff. If you did it smart, you could do it like that. But they're not doing that. They like release a core every season. It's all like Call of Duty shit. Exactly. Why not just do, and then you don't have to think because all that shit is already, and here's a novel concept. Why don't they give us all the fucking stuff from Halo 3 and Halo Reach and shit free up front? Why don't we get that content for free? Because that was in previous games. Oh, we're giving you a shitload of content up front. But if you want to buy extra, oh, yeah, if you want to buy a red visor or something that wasn't in Halo 3 originally, oh, well, now you got to pay money. They don't even throw you a bone. They don't even give you anything. Yeah, exactly. That's what they're doing. Yeah,
content. I'm trying to figure out the exact right way of saying it in a way that is what players would want or expect. We are trying to do that. I don't want to say that we have the solution, but there are multiple things.
All right, so there's no solution for it. So instead of saying, why say cross-core? There is no cross-core. Just say, we're not doing cross-core. End of. Done. Move on. Just say it. Just move on. I don't care. You don't care. The people watching don't even care. Because they're going to buy the shit no matter what. They're going to buy the color white every season. So what difference does it make?
We're currently investigating as a way to do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just
Why don't they investigate the lack of content in the game?
speak on behalf of the team too. I think with every subsequent season, the team will continue to lean into and look for ways to check off the 3 boxes that you just spoke to us about.
Yes.
I think it's amazing they don't even have an idea of like how many seasons they even plan to do and how many cores they plan to add and all that. Surely that's got to be like, before you start.
Value and what was the other one? Quality? I already forgot.
Breadth, depth, and well,
Value.
Forgot.
Value. And value is kind of what we're getting at. Where
Fucking
list
hell.
stuff. Yeah. But anyways, I guess I would want players to just take away that like this is this is a step in the right direction.
who?
And we really hope to see this story continue getting better with each new season.
Yes.
Not just specifically for like, how do you solve all my cross-score problems, but we can't go too deep on this, but there's some just really cool stuff coming too. Like one of your visions from a long time ago was like, we can't just rip the whole system apart and overhaul before we've even got it up to where it even needs to be in the first place. And there is some really cool stuff.
I don't want to hint at that.
Right. But I'll just say like, that is another.
Can't wait for bunny tails. Can't wait for more fucking bunny ears in the game and giant dildos coming out of people's heads and stuff. That's going to be exciting. Remember, this guy loves purple cat ears. I can't wait for that. That's going to be exciting.
Thing that I think players will be looking forward to. That'll be very cool.
I do want to talk about one thing very specifically that is a very real. It is a very real concern that we have as a dev team around how we can get these things out. So there are tons of combinations. This is the combinatorial problem I was talking about. There are tons of combinations of the way different things in our game can be, if everything were cross-core, can show up. And let's just talk about codings, right? We have to test every variety of those things. Like,
then don't do it. You're answering your own question. It's a bad idea. You have to go back and test all the previous customization content. That's bad. Don't do it. It's a waste of time and resources. Don't do it. You're answering your own questions. I'm amazed at these guys. I'm actually amazed at these guys, man. Don't do it. Bad idea. Don't do it.
And approve them as looking okay through our quality team. Like, we need to make sure that it doesn't break the game for every single code. And
then don't do it.
New codings that are going to be cross-core into the game and get those tested too across all of those cores, right?
It.
And so it is that balance between what can we do proactively right now, what can we do retroactively, but no, that's just where we are right now.
But you're right. I mean, it's a lot. Even I was surprised because it didn't dawn on me. It's just a lot more surface area now to cover for everything. It's exponentially, right? And it's the right thing to do, but we have to now be able to.
This whole stream is about fucking customization. There's absolutely no talk so far about infection and career rank. And that's the only game mode. And we're not even talking about maps. There's no maps. There's no maps coming. There's no fuck all. The maps that are coming are like fan-made. They're not even real maps by 343. They're not even making maps. The whole thing is customization. And that's all they're doing. But cat ears, holy shit. We're not focusing on cat ears over fucking server issues. It's like, yes, you are.
Account for that.
Yeah, you've seen all the different scenarios we need to cover. It is.
I also, Sean, I think it's the same answer, but I just want to acknowledge also in chat, people are asking like, hey, that's great about codings. A lot of people I'm seeing are at least appreciative that we're able to kind of share an update period and that we're at least going to have a little bit of progress in this space. Of course, armor comes up next. You know, what about my helmets? What about my shoulders? I think that falls in the same category as we have nothing we can commit to today, but is absolutely something the team knows that the community wants. And it's something that we're going to continue to look at ways to solve for going forward.
Here's how can I talk a little bit about what Pierre challenged us with the other day?
Okay. So they're looking into cross-core for the future, like they said last year. So we can expect this when? Next year? The year after? The year after that? When's it coming, man? They haven't even got a plan for it. They haven't even started it. They even have a plan for cross-core yet. They're still in the discussion phase of cross-core. They're not even sure they can do it. So when's it coming out? They haven't even started making it yet. They haven't even started it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll do it anyways. At my own risk.
He's your boss. And
Your career.
Yeah. So Pierre, the other day we were sitting talking about like all the different things that we could do to address some of the major sentiment issues. Like
343 need to be disbanded. Especially these fucking guys.
all the different like ways that we're thinking about going after.
Sean is the weaker for sure.
And Pierre is like, look, like I think it's because we've gotten to a place with what I was talking about earlier, where we are much more leaning into empowering the teams, the implementers to address these things and come up with the exact plan with how they're going to deliver stuff, which then gives you so much more confidence about how you're going to talk about stuff. He brought up like, he challenged you in particular.
The same teams that fucking didn't deliver the fucking right content in the first place. And who the fuck is the guy that came up with the cross-core in the first place? Has he been fired? Surely he should be fired. He's created this problem, right?
He was like, look, I would love it if you found a way.
And all you goofs agree with him, so you should fucking go as well.
Now I'm putting this all on you, Brian. If you found a way to talk to the community about the stuff that we are doing next, and what we're going after.
That's what you're doing now. That's the whole fucking point. What you're doing it now.
Without overpromising, right? Because we want to kind of underpromise, overdeliver. But how are we going to do that? And so
you're never going to overdeliver anything because cross-core isn't even a thing. You haven't even decided you're doing it yet.
I'm talking around things right now, but what I would say is I think there are 3 categories of things we can talk about. One category, and we talked about coatings today, is in that category. That is like upcoming. Things that are coming that we have direct line of sight into implementation. We know exactly what they are going to cost us from a other feature perspective, because we have to keep in mind that when we do something, we're choosing not to do other stuff. And
there you go. He's admitted it again. The more fucking cat ears and customization, then the less fucking maps and game modes. He just said it again. When we focus on one thing, we don't focus on something else. Yet 20 minutes ago, he was saying, well, that's a different team. Well, that's a different team. Well, how does that work then? How does that work? If you focus on this and we don't do this, well, that's a different team. Well, that's a different team, though. Well, that's a different team, isn't it? Well, that's a different team. It's a different team, bro. Is it a different team or not, you fucking retard? Which team is it? How can the focus is on this? That's this team. Okay, well, what have they delivered? What has that team delivered that has nothing to do with the fucking cat ears? What have they delivered? What are they giving us? Where's the maps? Where's the maps? Where's the fucking content? Where is it? Where is it? Who's designing it? Stop lying. We all know there isn't a dedicated team for maps. There isn't a dedicated team for game modes. There's a dedicated team for the fucking store and the season. And then they try and shovel some other shit in there. And they're like, oh, I haven't got time for that. I've got to build cat ears. We know that. That's a fact. You've just admitted it and then gone back on it and then admitted it again and then gone back on it and then just admitted it again. That when we focus on this, all the focus goes onto this.
We have committed to these things. We know when they're coming. They will probably be, when we talk about these things, they are going to be in this season or the next season, right? And that is one category of stuff, and that is what coatings are. The other category, another category of things, which we might call iterating, is we are committed to going after these things.
What things?
We are iterating on and investigating going after these things.
Oh my God.
We do not have the exact solution, or in some cases we might have a good solution, but we need to cost it out from a development perspective.
And don't do it.
It could still get derailed if we find some major issue.
Right, so there you go. So there he's just basically said cross-core is not fucking coming because if we find some major issue, we won't be able to do it, right? Well, you're going to find a major issue, aren't you? Cross-core is not coming, guys. Cross-core is cancelled, right? That right there, cross-core is not coming. They've got to piss around as only 343 can do to find out that cross-core is not possible, but cross-core is not possible and it's not coming. That's what he just said right there. Okay?
All of the dependencies, and I know folks maybe don't like hearing this, but there are tons of dependencies on stuff.
And cost it out, just investigation.
Yeah, cost isn't
to the weeds.
Yeah, it's like going through and saying, okay, guys, you're going to
How
implement
much time is this going to take from this person?
Yeah,
Or
exactly right. Yeah.
Exactly, and it's going to take too long to put cross score in because it's a fucking massive undertaking, as you've just said like 400 times. So why are you thinking it's still going to be a thing? Why are you not just canceling cross score right now?
And I've not done that disease. And that is where I would say the crossbow armor like pieces are sitting right now.
Yeah,
and
it's not going to happen. Come on.
And there's a third area where it's like exploring, and those are things that we want to go do. We have no idea if we're going to be able to do.
Yeah,
that is not where those things are. And I hope that we have more to talk about in the future. And I want to talk about it as soon as we move it out of what we might call iterating or investigating stage to it's coming up.
Yeah.
Then I want to talk about it. Let's talk about
for sure.
And that's where I hope that's an answer to the question for you guys.
Move on.
Maybe not super satisfying, but that is an answer. It is squarely in that bucket.
Yep.
Cross core
Okay.
is not coming.
While you were
There you
talking,
go.
I just want to also, for the room, I did in chat, went ahead and confirmed. I know we get this request a lot. Currently, as far as I know, unless you have new insights as the guy in charge of all this stuff, playable elites are not in active development currently. We know it's on a wish list, not a priority right now. Same thing for Assassin.
Well, that can't be because they always listen to what their community wants. So obviously, playable elites must be coming like now because they always listen to the community, right? I mean, that's what they said like fucking an hour ago. Right?
Nations, we know there's a vocal group that would like to see those come back.
Yeah.
Right now, not active development.
Yeah, those are
not a priority.
Yeah, those have come probably.
Not a priority,
Those
guys.
three-tier things.
We
always
just talked about
prioritize
a
the
laundry
fans,
list of things that we're
Always prioritize
already
what our fans want.
inundated with.
Yeah.
These
But
are
not
really cool,
those
nice
fans.
to have things that I think we can't get into that in a serious nature yet,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
And if we talk about the tiers of things, first tier being the upcoming, that's like 90% sure. We're like 90%.
So you got like 700 cores in this game, but you can't have an elite core.
Sure. The iterating or investigating, that's like probably 60% sure that the solution is going to be coming. And then the exploring, that is like totally speculative, but the team has explored different things and they have explored. I will say explored with that caveat, the things that we're talking about there. Yeah.
Okay, Sean, let's pivot. I'm looking at the clock here.
Yeah, me too.
I
Come
do
on.
want you to share a little bit of details about season 4, and then maybe we can still look at chat. It's moving super fast, and if we have time, we'll
Yeah.
throw a couple questions your way. But
Come on.
I want to reiterate what I said up front. This is not a full season 4 deep dive. We're
Well,
not.
before we talk about season 4,
Oh, you have another cosmetic?
no, I was actually going to talk about Plasma.
No, that's what. Well, okay.
See, even
I was
Sketch
gonna bring
thought
it
he
up
was.
as part of season 4.
Even Sketch thought he was going to go back to cosmetics.
That's the first thing I was going to ask.
Oh.
So there you go.
Oh,
Unit check. You promised. Plaza was coming.
wrote a check.
I personally promised when it was already promised somewhere else.
Yeah, it was already promised somewhere else.
Right, but we did previously said the 343's official remake of the Halo 5 map Plaza was originally targeted for season 3.
Yeah.
And then
They needed some more bake.
Yeah, it needed a little more time in the oven. It wasn't quite at the bar we wanted it. It wasn't ready
hold
for
on. So this game is not Halo 5, fanboys. Okay, what is the first map that 343 are releasing for this game from 343 devs? Plaza from Halo 5. And I'm not even sure that's a 343 map, but there you go. Probably fucking made by some guy.
public release. So we're about a month out. It's not coming in the month we have left. So
Oh!
it is shifting into season 4.
Oh,
From
disappointment.
what I've been seeing, we
Holy
can't confirm a
shit.
date today, but it
A map from
it's
Halo
being
5.
targeted for like the first
Early,
part of
early.
early.
Yeah.
Maybe not on day and
It's
date
not
for
even
launch,
coming
but
out for
like
season 4. It's not even ready for season 4. One map. One fucking map from Halo 5. That's probably made in fucking Forge. Are you for real? One map for a Halo 5 remastered map. Not even new. It's not even a new map. It's nothing. One map. And it was delayed from season 3 to 4. That's the map development team. Because they have a team specifically for things. Says this guy.
it's not going to be like at the end of the season.
No.
Like we want to get it out as soon as possible.
Yes.
Hold on a minute. You said it was going to be in season 3, and it hasn't been. And now you're saying it's going to be in season 4. And why have we got any reason to believe it's coming out when you say it is, when you just said it was promised for season 3? Well, where is it then? Well, it's not here. It's coming in season 4. Well, what reason do we have to believe that if you just said that you're lying cunts and you just make stuff up as you go along and you keep saying shit that doesn't make any sense and it's not actually happening? Unisec personally promising and all that. Well, someone else told me it was. Well, I'll tell you what, why don't you just not fucking say anything? I don't believe this stuff, man.
John broke Plaza.
Did you?
There you go.
Let's go with that.
I like.
I'm gonna leak.
So I know that's one question.
Yeah, for sure.
That's one question that the community had, and
It's really fun.
but I guess
It's really
Wow,
fun.
it's really
I
fun.
want to.
Great map.
It's a
A
really
map,
good
a
map.
I'll
map
be
from Halo
transparent,
5.
too. I know
It's
this
really
came
good
up when-
map. Yeah, everybody hates Halo 5. It's the worst game of all time. But holy shit, let's get that Plaza map out. I don't even know what Plaza is. I can't even picture it in my head. What is Plaza? And who gives a fuck about Plaza? Where the fuck is Blood Gulch? What are they doing? A Halo 5 map, not a new map. A new map might have issues. A new map, you could say, oh, hang on a minute, that doesn't play quite right. We need to update it or whatever. What the fuck do you need to do with a map that's coming from Halo 5? There you go, Halo 5 map. There you go, done. How hard is that?
We had Michael Shore on here a few weeks ago, and we weren't able to speak to it at that time. It was a little bit in flux, and we also had to kind of go through an order of operations of who we say things to when. And we just can't have, like, for example, we can't have partners finding out just randomly because somebody else tweets it, right? So that may sound very lame for folks, but we did just have to kind of go through the motions and roll this information out in the right way. But Unisec can attest, we've been wanting to circle back and give the players an update as soon as possible.
Yep.
So Plaza, it's not that far off, but it will be landing in the early part of season 4.
Can't even deliver it at the beginning of season 4 after promising it in season fucking 3.
There are 2 other things on season 4 that I think you're permitted to
I'm permitted.
briefly agree to today. I mean, there are a lot of people that are nervous about.
Yeah. Season 4 is gonna be awesome.
It is going to be awesome.
It's gonna be really fun.
So what are
Wow, yeah, season 4, it's going to be awesome. We're going to have infection, which we could have found out from just looking at the screen, and a career rank it's going to have. You said nothing about this. We're like 40 minutes into their video, and they still haven't talked about this. What are they doing?
My favorite season.
what are you most excited about for season 4? If you had to pick one thing, and it better be one of the 2 things you're allowed to talk about.
He's going to say infection or the career rank.
So the 2 things
Tom's gonna give us something completely
of the 2 things that I'm trying to get a picture of my dog in the game. No, I'm not. Maybe season
Start making more jokes. Fucking guy, man.
5. I would say the number one thing that I'm excited about, because it's like very near and dear to my heart, and I personally had a really hard time leaning into being a product leader and saying this is the challenge, and then like not dictating the outcome
This is career rank then.
there, because I just have very strong opinions on it, is career rank.
Hey!
I'm really excited about career rank.
Yeah, 2
Because
years
I
late.
think our if you look at our experience, one, Halo's been missing, like Halo Infinite's been missing career rank, but Halo Infinite has been missing these longitudinal, what I call longitudinal progression things, mechanics where you can just grind against it forever, right? And it's fun to grind against it. Career rank, I
That
want to make
sounded
sure
really
that
gay.
I don't say too much. What I can say is that it looks great. It's coming in season 4.
Are you hold on a minute. Are you telling me career rank is not coming at launch of season 4? That's what you're going to tell me? Is that what you're going to tell me? And then is it going to be like the map Plaza from season 3 where it gets delayed and now it's coming in season 5? Is that what you're going to tell me? Is that what you're going to tell me?
By the way,
At
this is
launch.
June 20th.
At launch,
Career rank
career rank
kicks off.
and we are using Military ranks. I almost tried.
It's coming at launch. Thank God. Season, what's going on the paper? Season 4 launch. There you go. There you go.
Told everybody. I was almost like, we have the best numbers.
The most numbers.
The most numbers. It goes forever with numbers. No, it's military ranks. We're using military ranks.
You're using the same ones
for sure, because
as Halo 3.
that's Halo, right? We are a military sci-fi shooter.
A military sci-fi shooter that allows you to equip fucking cat ears that you think's perfectly fine. Work that one out. Work that fucking out, jabroni. Think before you open your mouth. Think. How does that make sense? Think. Seriously.
Military.
As evidenced by all the gray and green outside.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah.
So that's chat seems pretty excited for that.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's something that
Why is this woman on here who hasn't said a fucking thing the entire time? What is she here for?
everyone's been looking for. I mean,
Yes.
if we go back in time, would we have wanted that there at launch? Of course, we absolutely.
Oh my God! Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Would
If
have
we
wanted to
could
get it out
go
sooner?
back in time, would we have one there at launch? Well, here you go, genius. Why didn't you put one in the game then? Why didn't you put one in there at launch in the fucking first place? Is that rocket science? Was that hard to do? Halo 3 had this at launch. Halo Reach had this at launch. Halo 4 had this at launch. Halo 5 had this at launch. So why was it so difficult to have one at launch for Infinite? What the fuck? If we could go back in time, why don't you go back in time there and fucking do the game right? In other words, delay the fucking game and then fucking build the game before launch, not after launch. What do you mean?
In season 4, absolutely.
I was trying.
But is it finally coming in a month? Heck yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Military cat ear shooter is what I'm seeing in chat now.
Yeah.
Hey, you see, they're taking the piss out of you fucking idiot. They're taking the piss out of you. That's funny. It's not funny. It's fucking dumb. Does it make sense?
Oh God.
With pictures of Sean's dog on the
Yeah.
page.
Play Halo your way.
People want to know when the
Play Halo
dog's
your
being added
way.
to the game.
Okay. Well, why do we? How can we play Halo our way? Play Halo our way how? Can I turn death animations off? No. Can I turn cat ears off? No. What do you mean play Halo my way? You've killed the game for us. What do you mean? Play it your way. I can't play it my way. You've killed it. There's death animations. There's fucking AI that taught bullshit. What do you mean? Play it? I can't play it my way. You've stopped that years ago. We cannot play it our way. We cannot do that. We have to use the grappling hook. We have to slide. We have to adapt to this shit. We can't play it our way. You're talking shit. What do you mean play it my way? What do you mean go back and play Halo Reach? What do you mean? Play it your way. What are you talking about? Fucking retards, man.
My dog's name is Loki. He's a
I
2-year-old.
don't care about your fucking dog
Very-
or your fucking
Yellow,
jujitsu.
You guys
Don't
are just like
care.
stalling and deflecting. How about I ask? I think this one's near and dear to Unishek's heart. I know you're excited about career rank. What else are you super excited about for
cares?
season 4, John?
Am I supposed to be the one that says this?
Say it.
Okay.
I'm giving you
Yeah.
a softball here.
Okay.
Infection.
The fan favorite, absolutely sick and terrifying mode of Infection will be launching with season 4.
Launching.
There it is.
Makes me very happy.
It's confirmed.
Yeah.
Maybe some would say one of the worst kept secrets.
I legitimately thought we had already
I
confirmed.
mean, everybody but us has
Yeah.
confirmed Infection.
Or maybe it was just what I leaked.
But-
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
I'm not. You know what?
Yeah.
That's not me.
Well, you're like live streaming all of your CMX check-ins, apparently, right? So it's getting data.
I like live stream my ADO. like
Infection,
one
only
ADO,
2
like
years
looking
late,
at
boys.
features and-
It's getting data mined. But yes, Infection is also going live. It's a signature mode
Yes!
for season 4. It'll
2
be
years,
available
let's
beginning
go.
on June 20th when season 4 launches. We are super excited for that. expect a full deep dive on that later.
Yep.
And
Whoa,
I think we might have
a
just
deep
tweeted out a piece
dive.
of really cool.
Holy, a deep dive into infection. Holy shit, a fucking deep dive, because we need to know all about the amazing mode of infection. Jesus.
Concept art, just to kind of whet your appetite there. But we're looking forward to that. I do want to call out two other quick things here. I'm looking at our notes. As some folks may know, our next HCS event is right around the corner, coming up 2 weeks from today?
Yeah. Well done.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not actually 2 weeks from today. We have HCS DreamHack Dallas. And that team has let us know for everyone in attendance there, you'll have an opportunity to get some hands-on time with Season 4 content early. So that should be fun for anyone that's considering attending DreamHack. Not only for awesome HCS competitive gameplay, but checking out Season 4 early. And of course, DreamHack, as you may know, is a much bigger expo. There's lots of games there. It's a great weekend of competitive gaming beyond just Halo. Second, I want to give people a heads up. This is the first time I believe we've ever been able to do this in Halo Infinite, but we have our first ever bonus XP weekend coming up.
Mm-hmm. Also that DreamHack weekend.
Same weekend, right? So that'll be June 2nd through the 4th. As I understand it, Sean, we don't want to call it double XP. Bonus.
What the fuck are you talking about? XP weekend.
XP.
No, unless you want to get the other Sean in trouble.
It's bonus XP weekend.
So you can unlock the season faster at launch. How does that make? They make these seasons, and then you're going to get more XP, which is going to, because they've made it so you get like stuff when you like play games now. You don't just get it for like challenges. You get XP in game now. So you get like 1,000 or whatever points and whatever. So if that's double, now you're going to unlock your season that's supposed to last 3 months even faster. Where does that make sense? The whole idea of the season is it takes 3 months to complete, and you're going to complete it within the first week with double XP. What is the logic here?
Yeah, right?
It's a staple amount of XP for every match put.
Every game you play, you just get extra XP. So we're trying to help people kind of, if you want to finish off your pass and kind of get ready for Season 4, that weekend might help
Season
kind of
3,
turbocharge your final.
Excuse me, it's to finish off your old season that everybody has already done that plays the fucking game regularly anyway.
Stretch there.
Staple amount of XP weekend. New branding.
I like that. Trademark. Can we get some PR made in that?
That'd be if we put business in charge of marketing. Chance for you to earn against your battle.
Sean, one of the things, I know we don't have much time left. One of the things I've seen some questions on were like, hey, will we ever be able to have a way to like get content from prior events that we missed? And I know I know you can't get into the super weeds on that, but it is safe to say that the team does have changes coming, not in Season 4, but beyond, for just how we're thinking about engagement, events, the content, like there's changes coming.
Yeah,
right?
like that was so from a sentiment perspective, when we look at our battle pass systems and our event systems, one of the number one pieces of feedback was frustration around events and like how they're handled and access to them and like all that. And so we have some stuff coming in Season 5 that I can say, because it is within the purview of the development process, that I can with clear sight say that there are some changes there that are coming that should make it better. As far as older, and I think there's a level of specificity there that this person's also asking about with like the older events, things that happened that people can no longer access. I can put that squarely in the investigating category, trying to find the right solutions.
Okay.
And the team.
So that's not even
that's
coming.
a challenge that was given to the dev team, the implementers, and they're like, okay, well, what is the right way we can do that through all the various contingencies and issues we might encounter? And then whenever that's ready for review, I'll review it. But
okay.
Yep.
Let's see. We got a couple last minutes here. I'm looking at Chad or John or Sam. If y'all see anything you want to toss out to Sean in the room here.
There was a question earlier that I saw someone ask, is it true MCC servers are shutting down? As like a rumor. I've never heard that rumor before. Don't worry. MCC servers are fine.
we love MCC.
Where that rumor even came from.
MCC will remain.
Yeah, in fact, MCC's crushing it, and that
Yeah.
the recent win of getting it officially kind of verified on Steam Deck is
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that team. I don't want to steal. Actually, you know what? Well, I'm going to stop talking because I think we should get someone as we do next one of these ones we do in the
Yeah.
future. We'll bring in
Dursky or something.
Thursky
Yeah.
and some folks
Shade,
from the
yeah.
MCC team. I've also seen questions about ranked. I also just wanted to comment. I'd like to bring Tashi on at some point. Tashi leads the esports at 343, but also is in charge of the ranked experience. He's like the lead on that. So we don't want to speak out of turn and make comments about rank. So we'll table that for now. But Tashi's aware that there's some interest, and he'd be more than happy to come once we can get the schedules aligned.
Yeah, Tashi's totally game.
Let's see. Anything else y'all see? We got just a handful of minutes here. Keep in mind my laptop time is not official. Chat is going crazy. A lot of campaign questions, which I'm just going to come out right now and let everybody off the hook. Completely out of scope for today. Out of bounds. We're not able to speak to anything about campaign. No, nothing to say there.
Talking with Sean about season 4.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
It's moving too fast.
Are there any questions about my dog?
No.
One gives a fuck about your dog.
For Sean.
Yeah.
About Sean.
It's moving so fast. I can't keep up. Oh my gosh.
The mods pulled some questions, but I don't know if we've addressed a lot of it actually.
Favorite baseball team? Mariners. Love them.
I was going to say, someone asked, when do you expect to be able to beat the 6-year-old in your class?
Oh.
They're talking about his fucking jiu-jitsu
Probably
again.
never. If she's that judgy, she's probably very good. It's kind of amazing, actually. Right? Yeah.
I mean, you're only going to get older and more frail as they're just going to get bigger and stronger, right? So
Yeah, I mean,
this is
I already have a fracture in my spine, so I'm not going to be
What was that from?
able to beat this child. They're going to win. They're going to win.
From
Well-
carrying your Super Fiesta teammates?
No, literally from carrying my daughter on my back, actually.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's great fun.
all right. I don't.
They're
I've seen some questions about roadmap too. I guess I can just address that. Like, we're not. No time in the near future are we putting out like a 12-month roadmap. We are kind of just working on a shorter cycle, heads down, getting things real. But you and I had talked about a world where we could kind of do a little better job.
So they're working on a 12-month roadmap 2 years after launch. Working on 12. I wrote that down. Working on a 12-month roadmap. So next time they speak to us after season 4, we should have a 12-month roadmap, right? Yeah, there it is. Working on it. They're working on it, guys.
Job of communicating kind of what's in active development, what's under
Yeah,
investigation.
there's 3 categories.
Yeah, just so players have an idea of like, have we even heard their feedback on these areas? Is this ever going to happen, right?
Yeah.
And you know that I'm also a firm believer in like, I'd rather just tell people no than sort of leave them hanging. So, and then I just get called a dream crusher because all I do is just keep saying no to everything.
Yeah.
But I know I personally would just rather no and just get on with my life, right? So
You'd rather no?
I'd rather just no.
No.
No. But I think we're going to try and do a better job going forward, and but we also need to be mindful to the opening kind of dialogue. We just can't speak out of turn, and we don't just because we had aspirations or intentions doesn't mean that it might be viable.
Yeah.
Any final comments from you, Sean, before we let you off the hook? And I'm sorry for chat; it's moving so fast we can't even answer a fraction of these questions. But we will keep going. We'll keep doing this in the future. Maybe we'll do another unit check. Maybe we'll just get together another Ask 343 and just knock out a ton of questions in a more focused manner down the road too.
Yeah. What I would say is thank you.
I think that I don't know, what was she saying? What is it, that woman who was like with like the bags under her eyes from like is it her, the one they always wheel out for the videos? I'm not sure who it is. We'd have to look her up.
To you guys like Halo players defy physics. That's like kind of what you guys do, and so I really just appreciate the feedback,
Defy
the
logic.
engagement, the passion, and any spare faith you're willing to put on us. Like really appreciate it. We have a lot of people here.
Take it on faith, guys. Faith, they're going to deliver something. Yeah, that's really going to, that's worked well over the last 10 years. Faith in the devs. Yeah.
We just want to make you guys happy.
No, you don't. Stop lying.
And I reiterate, there will be a lot more depth and information about career rank. That's going to be coming up in the weeks ahead. Same thing for infection. Same thing for other new content coming with season 4. So stay tuned on that.
So are they going to be drop pods? Or what? Is that a drop pod? Or is it going to be another Spartan chat?
Our intention today to share all those details. And we stay tuned. It'll probably take a little time to get this buttoned up, but we'll get this full recording available to everyone in Discord, and then it'll be on Waypoint and Halo's YouTube channel later, as well as if you missed the last episode with Michael Shore, that should also be on Halo's YouTube channel very soon.
Yeah, later today.
And we talked to
And that's about Forge and bullshit.
Michael Shore about Forge and playlists. We always love having him stop by, so check that out too.
This sounds a lot like a podcast.
It is. It
what
basically
you're
is.
telling me it's a podcast.
Yeah, it's a very
Yeah, a podcast of retards, not of anybody that works at 343. But that's what it is. It's fucking people that work at 343.
scrappy podcast right now.
Yeah.
Scrappy audio
Love it.
series.
Love it.
But we want to let you get back to
It
work,
sounds like Kiki Wolf Kills like replacement, man.
Sean. There's a lot. The community's counting on you. There's a lot of work you need to go do, and
There-
we don't want to keep you from that.
They're waiting on all the leaks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let me go
Run
back
back
to my,
to your-
gotta go back to my burner account. Let me just quickly do that.
Can I have a job? Well, okay.
Your burner account, Sean Halo.
Before we go, John,
Can you imagine? It'd be so dumb.
John,
Wrong. Beans are on. Not
this may become a new tradition from last time because chat's asking for it again. They'd like to know if you could please send us off with a dad joke.
Oh no. Okay. Let me see what I got.
Are you prepared?
Let me see what I got.
This is unbelievable.
Check my
You
database.
Does he-
He did a not a terrible joke Tuesday. He on a Friday no less. We ended the last one with a Unicheck special.
He has them all scheduled out.
You wait. So you write them down? You can't just get them off the dome. Here's one.
Do you have?
Oh, I always have some, but I want to make sure
Oh,
I
it's a good one.
Hold
Did you
on.
do you workshop?
He also did
Workshop them with people? Oh my god!
Bad jokes I find. I'm like, here you go. Here's one.
What are they? Novel jokes? Like you're creating them yourself? Or
It's a mix. It's a mix. I'll find them. People send them to me. I'll come up with them.
okay? Yeah.
But you don't want to say one now that would cannibalize a future tweet you've already said.
No, I don't mind future ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sean said he has one though. I think we should give Sean to go.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll have a guest closer. It's celebrity shot.
Terrible joke Friday.
Yeah.
Sean Barron.
Hurry the fuck up! No one cares!
I have no idea.
They just wing it.
Nice.
Nice.
What do you say, John? Was that how would you score?
Bad. Yes.
I'll give that an 8. I was hoping.
No, I think it's a good 6. It's a 6.
It's like
I like
Okay.
it. But
Thank you.
Oh
The thing with
my
me is
fucking
there was no like relation to the
Jesus
duck
H.
specifically. Why the duck
Christ.
over any other bird?
Again,
Oh
relative
God, smite these
specificity of
people
duck.
from
He really
the
does work
earth.
stuff.
he does. Yeah. I guess like
Not-
there's some sort of absurdity. Like it's like absurd, right? Plus, ducks are verified the second silliest bird.
dude, that's
The first silliest bird doesn't fly. It's a penguin. Penguin.
What?
flamingos. Hey,
No, he was getting to that part when I was already saying flamingo.
okay.
No flamingos fly. I'm saying silly
This
birds. Flamingos. Are
This is a
silly
fact.
too.
The first silliest bird is a penguin. They can't fly.
The first,
So I can't
the first silliest bird. What is this guy? 3 years old?
say how the penguins don't know how to fly because they do. But ducks are the second silliest birds,
Interesting.
and they can fly.
So it's like long gone now. But somebody said you should have said they take a quack at it.
Oh,
That's a good one too.
So I don't know who said it, but because it's like 38 messages
That's a
gone
good
now. But that was a good punchline.
Yeah, I love it.
I feel bad for the people just now joining, expecting to hear like juicy crosscore, and we're talking about ducks.
Yeah.
So there you go. Anyways, we're way over time now.
You put
So
duck ears in the game.
duck
You didn't
ears.
even
Wait,
tell a
that's not
joke.
the
Where
end.
was the
Come on,
joke? Was
dude.
that the
Duck-
joke?
You're not on the 3D art team.
A duck bill.
No, they're not confirmed.
All right,
Not confirmed.
I'm calling this.
Yeah.
I do want to say thank you to everybody who hung out and chat with us today. Appreciate your support.
What was the joke?
Hopefully you're as excited as we are about season 4. I think career rank. Well, I know career rank's going to be great, and cannot wait to play infection with everybody. Plus the other new content, of course, we'll be looking forward to there. And just remember, we're going to keep working on improving the customization story. We've got your feedback, and we're also going after these technical and quality concerns as well. Please remember to keep finding those tickets for us. They're super, super valuable. But mostly, just thank you. We appreciate you hanging out with us. sticking by us, and we're in this journey together. And I'm really happy and proud of the progress the
you're on this journey on your own. Everyone's gone.
team's making, and we're far from done. So thanks, everyone.
Far
you.
from done, yeah, because you can't finish anything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ, man. What was the joke? Knock, knock. Who's there? 343. 343 who? 343 fucking suck. There's the joke. What? There's no joke. Where's that fucking video? Let's see. Where is it? Oh, I see. I'll find that fucking video now, whatever. Yeah. You want to see?
Injure myself.
Here's a funny video.
All right? There really is. Okay, here we go. Bro, it worked.
That's a funny video. That's a joke right there. Has anybody got anything they want to add? Anyone they want to ask me before I leave and go have some food? It's been 3 hours. You've all been great. Thanks for showing up.
Small chance I injure myself. All right? There really is. Okay, here we go. Bro, it worked.
I think everybody's fell asleep from the absolute retardedness that was going on. I think everybody, the people who've got this stream on have just got it on in the background and they've all gone for about the last like 20 minutes of that stream, which is complete and utter nonsense. I got the bullet points. The bullet points say coming in season 4. Okay. We got all items will be cross-core from season 4 onwards, even though they don't know cross-core is coming. You will get different things for multiple cores. So you'll get all the different things. That's how they're going to do it. Plaza's coming from Halo 5. Career rank will start at launch. Infection will start at launch. And that's it. That's what we got from that. Fuck all. It's all right, man. Everybody else is gone. Don't blame yourself. Right. I'm happy with that, how that's turned out. So I'm going to end the broadcast. Thank you for showing up. Feel free to spool through and check out the video again and see the decent parts. Put some fucking highlights and whatever, you know, do what you want to do. Because I think the middle, in the beginning, the middle of the video was strong. Well, they just completely 343 themselves just completely went off the fucking deep end towards the end, and it just killed the fucking mood right there. So I'm going to end the video and I'll see you later. Thanks for showing up, guys.